Hey guys. Hey Gucci. Sorry I'm late.
Hey,
Sorry I'm
yeah, I know.
late. I was having some computer difficulty.
Mm,
Computer
It's
difficulty.
not me this time.
No, it's not you. Okay, guys, we're gonna bring in our special guests. Those who are coming in. We got a couple of people who's gonna be late, but we have Black CEO. He's here on time.
You, I'm here on time. Yeah. Thank y'all for having me. What's up, Sylvia? What's up, Gucci?
Hey, how are you?
What's up?
Um,
I'm good.
What's up, my guy?
spitting fire.
What's up?
Spitting fire should be on too, as well as DJ. We're just gonna wait for others to come in.
All right.
But before we I hear feedback. Somebody's phone is doing a feedback. I think it's your CEO.
All right. It
It
might
may
be
be
my
mine because I'm in
laptop.
the. It may be my
So I need to
Bluetooth. I'm in
cut
the
my
car,
volume
so
down too. So I need to cut my volume down. 'Cause I
Yeah,
ain't gonna-
probably.
All right.
Probably.
All right. How's that right there?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
All right. Gucci, guys, we're here because there's some things that's been going on the YouTube world, and we wanted to give our input on some of the things that is happening. We're going to Gucci. You didn't send me the stuff,
but what stuff is it?
the email that. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead on and play something from Malicious Conspiracy because they have been putting out some things, and we're going to start off with that. If you guys do not mind, let's say hi to the people in the chat. I know
Hey,
Gucci.
everybody. Let me look and see who is in the chat with me.
What's
Hey,
up? What's up,
Princess
everybody?
Bride, baby. Hey, Elizabeth. Big Marshall. Woman of God. Miss Brown. Hey, Beauty. Hey, hello, everybody. Champagne, it's too many to call. Hey, good people. I ain't see y'all in a while. I'm just sitting up here at the ballpark in the car at peace, and I told Sylvia I'm gonna behave myself tonight.
Yeah,
What's
because
up, chat? What's up, chat? What's up, everybody?
we have
Yeah.
to behave. We have to behave, y'all. We have to watch our language
All
because
right.
we
Okay.
have we have individuals who may not understand the conversations we have. So we have to be a little bit professional today, okay?
All
If you
right.
guys don't mind.
Just today.
Okay. We'll
Just
try to be out.
today.
We'll try to. All right. We'll try to.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound like me. Can't get it out. Yeah, we try.
Okay,
Because
we're gonna first introduce Mr. CEO. Mr. CEO, could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, from the dirty South, North Carolina. Can y'all hear me good though?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
I am from North Carolina. I've been doing music all my life. That's why I can kind of understand with some of this what's going on with my brother Kells. I'm sorry, I've been a supporter and a fan for a long time, and I will always use that word, a supporter and a fan. There's no one would change that. Do I feel like this brother has been mistreated? Yes, on the grounds of my history of doing music, the grown and sexy events I do here, you know what I'm saying, in my city, just, entertainment wise, and just when dude came out with public announcements. So that's where it kind of ties me in. It's been, I definitely want to put that out as being a music guy. So that's why, when y'all see me, when I'm speaking on Kells, I'm kind of speaking on from my experience from being, you know what I'm saying, around the record companies and stuff like that, though. But I'm not trying to say I was just this major dude out here around it, you know what I'm saying? But I have been around enough to see that what's going on with the brother Kells is what I call bogus to me, though. But yeah, I'm just a brother, you know what I'm saying, just out here, hey, supporting brothers for the cause. That's it, you know what I'm saying? That's about it. And I thank you for reaching out and inviting me to the set. Speaking with Brother Gucci, hey, however, though, but it's free or Kelly, though, period.
that's right.
Amen.
That's right.
Amen.
That's
Gucci,
right.
Gucci, I know you're
Uh-huh.
very familiar with us, but go ahead and introduce yourself to those. There are people who don't know who you are.
Hello, ladies. That's all I gotta say. Hey, real talk. I'm just a real supporter of a person that I know, and I know the real person, and the person I know I've never seen none of this crap that they're accusing of. But right now, everybody start realizing that a lot of this stuff is fake and false because you're seeing everything falling right in front of your face, little by little. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to just speak on a lot of stuff that been going on, and the mods, don't block nobody. Let them speak as long as they're not disrespecting Sylvia. They cool, cause I don't care about words, but I don't want nobody disrespect Sylvia. So if they in the chat and they want to say what they say, they can, you let them do. If you feel they disrespecting, you can block. All right. But the thing is, it's about time we have another session like this, because the last week you have seen a lot of unfolding of fake people, fake people. You know, it's just sad that you want a man this bad to ruin his life for your gain and your success. You got to do all of this. You know, they always tell you in a lot of things, regardless what you can do the time, don't do the crime. So all that combined in this with Rob being sitting down in a cell away from making real music, all because of money, you know, all because of money. And the problem that's hard with it, all these people that say they supporters, they this, they that. I don't see this support from all them ones who calling themselves my brethren, my brother, my this, my that. You know, this thing been going on for 2 years, and ain't nobody really out there showing no support. Not talking about nothing, but Sylvia will get on her thing to tell people when court date, all that, and everybody will busy want to tear her down, want to talk about her, you know. But I told her every day, don't worry about what people say. Your problem is you just keep doing what you feel you're doing right. Don't worry about negative thing, because words never hurt nobody. Words never hurt no one. So with that, hopefully tonight be a good night for people to pay attention to a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna try to do my best. Well, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna do my best tonight. I'm not gonna do the cursing just because Sylvia asked me to. Nah,
Okay.
because you see here, when I go over this stuff and it make me so mad to see what people around him are doing, it just make me mad where everybody in my eyes are beep 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 beep. So okay, right.
Okay. Those who do not know me, my name is Sylvia, as my channel is called Infamous Sylvia. And the purpose of me starting this channel was at first to just give an outlet, but then things started getting a little bit where I wanted to give information to people of things that was happening, because I've traveled to Chicago, I've traveled to New York, I've attended several rallies, and I've listened to a couple of calls. Well, most of the calls that on the case, and I've also had an experience of meeting Mr. Kelly for a short moment, and I believe that God has given me an assignment to be part of this. I One of the questions I was asked by the producer was, "Do I believe that Robert is innocent?" And I told her that yes, I believe that he is innocent, not only because the law says he's innocent, but because of me looking into his eyes, and when I got a chance to meet him, he was not the person that these people were saying that he was. I personally never watched Surviving R. Kelly. I made a choice not to watch it because I know a lot of things are done to be sensationalized for people to use it as drama, to bring people to it. So they're going to make things worse than what it actually is. And I started digging into the case, and this became part of my life now. I do 110% believe that Robert Sylvester Kelly is innocent. And I am in this fight to the long haul until I see he is vindicated, that he is set free. That's my purpose for being here. I know Dom said he was going to come in. I sent him the link. Dom, are you coming in?
Sylvia, can I just say something? Somebody in the chat named Trial and Tribulation asked a question. Why we put rats in the caption? The reason why, because the rats are the one who got robbed in this situation. And we are not asking no one to join the panel. We got who we want on the panel to discuss this. The problem is nobody want to face reality that there's a lot of snitching going on Robert. I mean, regardless what you think, that's how I feel, and it's rats. Okay? So that's how we feel, and that's how I told Sylvia to make the caption, because it's a lot of rats among us. Period.
Yeah.
Dom, can you show your face, please? Dom,
show your face.
No, I'm gonna do it in a second. I have to grab something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. We're gonna introduce Dom in a few minutes. There go Derek. Derek, we've been looking for you.
Derek, I've been looking for you. Derek, I need you on this panel. Sylvia gonna send you the link.
Hold on, Derek.
Boy, Derek, I'm gonna get you.
All right, Derek, I'm sending you the link right now.
CEO, Derek is on the same level as you, speaking the truth, is truthful. That's one thing I like about Derek. Derek is going to speak it, and he's going to say it, and he's going to research it before he say it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like.
Derek? What's up, Don K?
Don K probably getting his environment right. But you know, the whole thing, like we say in Sea Hill with this thing, we want people to realize that, you know, one lawyer said it right, Gerald Bibbs. He said none of the ladies was minor. So they have to come up with another way how to trap Mr. Kelly. But you notice you don't hear nobody talking about that. Nobody. Right. Everybody want to talk about these ladies, these, this, these, that. But speak the truth. Right. In Lifetime, I didn't see no minor, you know, in Surviving R. Kelly. But
Gucci, once Dom get up, and also Derek get up here, I'm gonna go have a format of questions, and we're gonna handle it that way, so we don't get all over the place. We want to focus on the person did ask about why did we title it Rat, because there's some things that's been happening over the weekend, and there are individual who was part of this plot. I'm going to say plot because when you say setup, people could say different things. I'm saying this plot to try to railroad Mr. Kelly into this unfortunate circumstance. There are people who are key players in it. And one of those individual, I must say, is now a convicted felon. Whether or not they like me saying it or not, it's the facts.
Dear go, Randa. I was calling you today, Randa. Keep going to voice.
Randa, come on in.
Yes, I need Randa.
Come on in, Randa. Come on, baby.
I called you twice. It went to voicemail on the first ring.
Okay, so Rand, let me put the link in here. So this is how we're going to handle this. I'm going to ask you guys a couple of questions, and I'm going to have each one of you give you about 2 minutes to answer the question.
All right.
Are you gonna
just
play
cut me off?
So
just cut me off because I probably let it fly.
I'm gonna mute you once you get your time. I'm gonna take time.
Sylvia, can you play that piece where about the Lizette stuff? Can you play that piece so I can let everybody hear?
Sure. Here's the deal. I did not.
You didn't prepare it like I asked you to.
No, I did not, because you asked me at the last minute. So therefore, anybody who has any videos that you guys want me to play, could you please send it to me? All
right. Well, yeah. Let's talk about that one. You know, I wish you could play it in the background so they could hear it a little bit, and we go from there. But it's a lot of videos been floating around, and we definitely want to ask question and talk about it.
Yeah.
Because Randa, I'm gonna get you. Randa said we got it. She ain't coming on. So I'm so sick of these yellow people.
And y'all listen to this. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you a disclaimer. You guys are on this panel. Basically, you're giving yourself permission to be utilized. This clip may be part of the television production. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you that just in case you're scared.
Just in case, that's right.
You just let me know whenever you're ready.
Why do you think I'm putting a makeup board?
If you're watching, hello, you know who we're talking about.
All right, you just let me know whenever everybody ready. Hey, you just let me know. What's up, chat? Hope everybody doing all right. I'm JB Black CEO. Welcome
all right, Don K is back.
Don,
where are you at?
What's up, Don?
Yo. How y'all feeling?
Show your face. Show your face. We don't want no black screen.
What's up, man?
Y'all tripping. What's good, y'all?
What's up, Don?
Yeah, you're in the car by yourself. You can take the mask off. You're in the car by yourself.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How y'all feeling?
Dom, I would like you to introduce yourself, who you are, and why you here, and just tell us a little
bit. My name is Dom K. I'm sure you guys, most people have known or seen me around at least. I've always been an R. Kelly fan as far as his music, of course, musical genius. But I originally came into this whole R. Kelly fight because, I saw the Surviving R. Kelly and I thought it was crazy. I was like, damn. When you first watch it, you're like, dang, okay. And then I watched it again and something wasn't adding up. You know what I mean? And so it just didn't sit right with me. And I kind of just started doing my own, little research of what I could, obviously on the internet. I don't know anybody who knows him. I don't know any of that stuff, but just, and really corroborating the stories with victims and people around him, and stuff is just not, it don't add up to me, so that's ultimately why I came in to this whole R. Kelly fight. And I mean, been in this, been like over 2 years, so that's what happened with me.
All right. Okay. Salute you.
Okay. The other question I was asked as far was, do you believe that R. Kelly is innocent? Gucci first.
Yeah. Yes. All right. And
why?
People can say what they want to say, but been around this music business all my life. There is no one in this music business got to target no one to have them with them. People come at you. Every one of these young ladies that he met him at his concert. He didn't go look for nobody. They come and look for him. So in that case, every man sooner or later will get charged. When you go out and you see a young lady and she stepped you and you talk back to her. So now you can't even date no more because you're gonna get a manhack or whatever to do. So there's no way this man is guilty, because as the attorney that represent them said, there was no underage girls. So I have to come up with another plan to get Mr. Kelly. And that just sounds like a pure setup. And that's all you see going on. I mean, people can say what they want to say, but you show me one wrong thing he did. You know what the only wrong thing he did? Got all these homeless girls in his house to put them up. That's the only thing he did, being Mr. Nice Guy. That's it.
Thank you, Gucci. Derek, could you please introduce yourself?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Name's Derek. Good, Mr. Jones. Yo, I done been in your chat, man. I've been hanging out. I saw you a couple times. Once again, I want to apologize, Miss Sylvia, for being gone so long. For sure. But I've been an R. Kelly fan, man, since She's Got That Vibe. Originally, I'm from Gary, Indiana, so I'm right around the corner. And, I actually got the opportunity to see how Michael Jackson got done. One of my hometown favorites. And straight up mistreated and disrespected, and I know that a lot of times you have people who put themselves in situations. You have people that, just get caught up in situations. But, I know that when it comes to this music industry, that you got to do what they tell you to do. Most R&B singers and writers ain't singing about sex. They singing about love most of the time, and his music was literally geared towards teenage girls. I was a teenager in that time. It was geared towards them. It was what they listened to before they went to bed at night. So, with all of the stuff that they say as far as him chasing and all of this stuff, I'm like, man, come on now. That dude didn't chase nobody. I mean, you got to think about it. I was talking to somebody the other day, Miss Sylvia, and I was like, can you imagine being 15, 16 years old and the R. Kelly walk into your school? The whole school gonna go. They try to make it seem like this man was peeking up the corners, roaming the halls with nobody noticing who he was to find a little quiet in the corner. That don't make no sense to me.
And he wasn't even going to schools, bro.
Right. But just imagine that whole thought process. At one point, R. Kelly came to Gary to play basketball at a park in our city, and I think this might have been like maybe it was in the 2010s or whatever. The whole city came out to a basketball court. So you mean to tell me that he was in school soliciting? No. It was teenagers that had new Bump and Grind remix word for word and sung it repetitively in a choir form. All the females in the classroom singing it. So when people tend to forget where we come from and how things really, really go. These few years in the 2020s have been like fantasy world. People just like, they believe in that things are supposed to go a certain way when it never went down like that.
Yeah. Thank you, Derek. All right, Dom. The same question. Why do you believe that R. Kelly is innocent? Well, first of all, do you believe he's innocent? And if you do, why do you believe he's innocent?
Well, one, I think he's innocent. Or I wouldn't be doing, supporting him as far as all this goes. And then for two, I think he's innocent because it's like, again, like I said before, I just think there's too many inconsistencies in stories. And obviously we've all heard that, he's trying to go after his masters and things of that nature. Like he's just such of a big of an artist that I feel like that they wanted to come at him. And obviously it was because of the past, case. I think that a lot of people have always been after him. And the reason why I think that is because why people, they said, well, why R. Kelly? Why would they choose to go after him and accuse him of these things? Well, I've said this, and I think R. Kelly's biggest downfall, which if I ever spoke to him, this is what I would tell him, but he probably wouldn't, whatever. It's the people around him. I think he's never had a solid group of people around him. I don't care, all the people, like, no shade or nothing like that, but I don't think, I don't know him, but I'm just saying all the other people. It's a circle, you know what I mean? I think that's what that was. He never had a solid group of people who genuinely cared about him as Robert Kelly. You see what I'm saying? They was always around him for him being R. Kelly, and a lot of people get starstruck. I mean, we've all seen it, and even just fans and supporters, like when you see him, oh my God, like, even though he's just a human, and I think that's what he was always surrounded with, was yes men. You understand what I'm saying? And so I think, and people who don't have their own and leeches, stuff like that, you know, in the shorter term. That's just what I think it is, you know. He never had a solid group of people around him, and that's why.
Yeah.
Don, you're right. You're right, Don.
Thank you, Don. CEO, can you answer the same question? Do you believe R. Kelly is innocent? If so, why?
Yes, I believe R. Kelly is innocent on two different fronts. By looking at, say, for instance, surviving R. Kelly for one, Angelo Clary and Tim Nim, they almost fooled me. Even though I'm a diehard, you know what I'm saying, Kelly fan. And a lot of Kelly fans has been converted to hate this man because of Angelo Clary. And say, fans, we can go further back, Dream Hampton and all of this. But the part that got Black CEO is Tammy Savage and Brother Angelo throwing rocks on TV. I watched that little stuff when I came to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? When I got into YouTube streets, I'm seeing these people on the YouTube streets, y'all giving the truth and not the damn juice. See, surviving R. Kelly was the juice. It got me caught up. But when I came here and started listening to the brothers and sisters, even the ones that Angelo them got fussing and fighting because of this bogus channel. When I looked at all of that, that made me go to Tim Savage, Brother Angelo, and I came to YouTube and told him, excuse my language, turn in your damn balls. I was raised around a family full of men. And so to see Angelo come on here because he got some charges, got him did time, and I'm nosing his demeanor. And I'm saying these guys man down from him for some reason in his lives. And I'm sitting here like, what the hell is wrong with him? Cut him off. Tell him, challenge him. That's just, I'm not bad. I'm not this guy. I'm not a gangster, whatever. But I was always taught these guys like him. For one, he started, I'm going to try not to cuss. Excuse me, I won't curse. But when I look at Angelo, he's the mastermind in this. Look at this scary dude coming out. He is fussing and fighting with this alleged channel now that we know and that the feds need to see that he set up. Angelo, wake the hell up, bro. You fussing with that dude, and we over asking you, why ain't you throwing rocks at his windows like you was throwing at Brother R. Kelly? Why ain't you got the damn camera crew down there like you was doing R. Kelly? Where's the same energy have you called Tim Savage? So when I look at these guys, when I came in after listening to y'all, after looking at R. Kelly, I mean, the surviving R. Kelly, it almost fooled me. But my true brothers and sisters like y'all brought me back. When it came to that, I come from a different angle, where me and my peoples, we're scaring some people out there because we're coming into that boy, turning your balls, man. That's wrong what you did to R. Kelly. This is not his time to be in jail. This is not his time. He is not guilty. They set this man up to get him in there, as we see. As we see. We got people that's blinded. We got brothers and sisters that's blinded behind Angelo Clary, all of them. And I think it's a damn shame. So if Angelo Clary, you in here, brother, on our First Amendment right, as a community, we're as a community. When I say this, bro, I'm speaking as a community. We have an opinion. Yes, we're fans and supporters, bro. That was wrong, and you know it. You and your wife dancing on the stage. What type of man is this guy to take his daughter to see R. Kelly or whatever, all these other artists at the festival? Give me 1 minute, Sylvia, I'm going to wrap it up. What type of man that's coming out here explaining that he's so damn smart now? You wasn't smart then when your wife was up on the stage. I wouldn't let my wife go up on the stage like that, brother, even if Keith Sweat was up there. Where does brother intelligence come from? Then you got police man Tim over here with brother Greg. Greg, turn in your damn NAACP license. And I'm going to end that. I got more, but I'm ended. But that's what got Black CEO and my team upset. I can bring in 10 brothers that'll tell Angelo to prove it. To prove it. Prove it. Now they got all this damn mess over here where him and his brother got secrets, and our brother over here being beat in the head. I hope Angelo get a damn headache like Rob had to take a beating from this gang member. Like Rob had to be sick, COVID and all this. Everybody's trial been going on except Rob's. So that's why Angelo and all these guys need to turn in their balls. They ask why we got rats on here. You don't think that's a rat? With respect to the young lady that said at the Gucci, you don't think that's a damn rat? Come on, man. We just supporters and fans of R. Kelly. That's right. And we meant this title. The rats we're exposing. You don't see these people over here fronting $1 million, whatever. Come on, give us a damn break. Yes, we proud R. Kelly supporters and fans. And not nobody can come on here and tell me not to say that I'm a supporter or fan. When I bought Ticketmaster tickets, T-shirts, and everything to support Rob. That's Sylvester Kelly. Thanks, Sylvia, for letting me get the floor. I get some more.
All right, the next.
That's compassionate with it, though, but
it's understandable. And the next question is going to be more directed to some of the things that's happening as far as the court. Recently, the court did an adjustment to the questionnaires. One of the questions they made an adjustment to was, how do they feel about someone receiving immunity that has a criminal background? So there are several people who have gone to the grand jury. I'm going to give you one person by the name of Demetrius Smith. Demetrius has. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Demetrius.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I want to be the one answer that.
Okay, hold on. Let me finish the question. Hold on. Demetrius Smith has a long list of criminal activities, and he has gone on different platforms, and you guys have seen in the past that he has given different statements, different stories to the same question. My question to you guys, I'm going to ask you the same question that they asked the jurors. What is your feeling about him getting immunity for giving information about Robert Sylvester Kelly? Gucci, go ahead and start that question.
My feelings. Oh, you told me I can't curse. Demetrius is the second biggest rat in this case. Demetrius said it himself in one of the video that Rob will never speak to me again because he's going to tell me I'm the one started all of this. Okay? The problem is, okay, and excuse my language, is no prejudice, nothing. I'm not cursing. But my people, Jamaicans, that's why we don't deal with a lot of Black Americans, men, because guess why? A lot of Black American men are weak. As soon as the feds come knocking their door, they're ready to sing like a bird. Okay? Rob did not do nothing. Demetrius and all of them do. But guess what? They're so worried about going in jail, about their ladies going to jail. Because most men that snitch because they worry about another man get their woman when they go to jail. So they're going to tell on Rob. And poor Rob got nothing to do with none of this. Demetrius as a rat, hope to God he pay for what he done. That's how I feel. Because it's too many rats. And Don K said it perfect. Everybody around Rob was a groupie. They were so starstruck when they see these girls that they have never seen in their life. Okay? So poor Rob getting all of it. And I promise, you're going to see, in this case, you're going to see so much rats. You're going to say from, oh gosh, I can't even say. Because besides Demetrius, anybody, and Derek and Black Sea, you know it. Anybody that go to a grand jury is already a snitch, because you don't go to grand jury unless you're working with the government. Everybody know that. So how many people went? You got a security guy went too. So people, all we can do is pray for Rob. Rob just got to stop trust every homeless people he meet in the street and everybody he call his homeboys. Because let me tell you something, baby. Your homeboy is the one who always bring you down. For real. Go ahead, Sil.
Okay. CEO, go ahead and answer that question, please.
You say, what's that, Demetrius?
The question was, should he receive immunity, especially since he has a background as being as a convicted felon. He has been seen giving different stories for the same situation. The same. I'm going to give an example like that whole license or that ID thing. He has given different stories for different interviews. Do you agree that he should get immunity? And if not, why? And why do you think they're offering him immunity?
No, I definitely don't think he ought to get it. Why? We know. I think it's so much. He part of, man, I'm gonna say the record company, all types of new entities that came to him once they started probably rapping Rob up, and no, he shouldn't get it. I think, it got so deep. You know what I'm saying? I think he can. I don't know. I think once all, I don't. Nah, he don't. If he do, they ought to put a clause in it that way he got to box me in the Coliseum on national TV. Give it to him and tell him he need to box me as a man after that, though. But no, he don't need. He's a rat. He's a rat. But yeah, he don't.
Okay. Dom, same question.
I don't think he should get immunity, and the reason being is that, let's say I commit a crime with you, Sylvia, and then I decide that obviously I'm younger, I'm in my 20s, and so I wasn't, obviously, like, I'm not 40, 50, where people were around when that generation and era was, people stood on their words. Like, they didn't tell on people, they didn't do none of that. Nowadays, it's okay for people to say, you know what, I'm gonna if I commit the crime with you, I'm gonna tell on you to get my time less, which I think is whack. And I think that at the end of the day, it's different if you're in a car and you're the girlfriend, and something just randomly happens with your dude, and he gets upset and he goes and kills someone in the parking lot, and you're like, I had nothing to, like, I didn't know, this wasn't planned. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's different. But if you know that the situation's going on, and he's even said that on multiple occasions that he's owned up to his accountability. And that's what really frustrates me, is because he said multiple times, he said, I'm the one who created this. I started this. I'm the one who brought, after Robert Kelly fired, after R. Kelly fired me, I went and got these younger women and took them to Susan Logan's. I took them to Susan Logan's. You understand what I'm saying? So he's owning up to that. Then he said that he's the one who took the people to get the, allegedly the Aaliyah ID. Okay, so he's owning up to all of this. You understand what I'm saying? So he said he did the Aaliyah document ID. He said he knew the lady, wherever he paid him or whatever the case may be, allegedly, because obviously I don't think it's ever happened, because it hasn't been proven. You understand what I'm saying? And she's denied it. Her family's denied it. R. Kelly's denied it. And there's people around that are saying it happened. So we can't confirm or deny. I mean, we can speculate, but none of us were there. I'm going to go from the horse's mouth, which was Aaliyah saying nothing happened. It didn't happen. R. Kelly said it didn't happen. Her family said it didn't happen. So that's what I'm going to go by. You feel what I'm saying? And so, but regarding to the question, I absolutely think he should not get immunity, because you can't just tell your way out of things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you commit the crime, you do the time, and it's just that simple with me. That's my opinion. You see, and yeah, he needs to serve some time. I don't care if he's apologizing and he thinks, oh, I've prayed and I've confessed my sins to the Lord and this, that, and the third. Nah, bro, you gotta sit down. If R. Kelly has to sit down, all the people around him needs to sit down. It's that simple.
Mr. Jones?
Okay. Demetrius Smith. This is the guy, allegedly, that took R. Kelly's very first prize check. Allegedly. This is also a guy who said that he got fired and he took a per diem card and he used that card until he couldn't use it no more. And this is a guy who brings around a Tiffany Hawkins, which I think that's his girlfriend. Just my opinion. A person that can say, I reached in this man's wallet. I took money out, but I ain't no crook. This is Demetrius Smith.
That was.
Demetrius Smith was a hanger on that saw somebody's talent and hung on for everything that it was worth. When it didn't work out for him, all his little young females that he was dealing with, more than likely, he sicked them on R. Kelly. He wrote a book. These and he gained all of this, whatever profit he got, different interviews that just don't add up. Demetrius don't need immunity. He need to go to jail. He need to hang his britches on a rusty nail. He a snitch. The dude is chain.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sylvia, one second. Go ahead, Don. Go ahead first.
No, I'm reading the chat, and someone in the came on. They said undercover and informative. They asked. They said, will they consider this witness intimidation, bringing up names, serious question, not being rude? Now,
No.
he's spoken out. This is not witness intimidation. One, we don't know R. Kelly. We don't know him. For two, bringing up Demetrius,
and we don't know who the witness is. And we don't know
who the witness is.
We don't know nothing. We don't know that.
And one more thing. They said they don't like the term rat, but this what the term rat mean. The term rat mean a person fabricate their story to tell the feds to pin an innocent, whether that person is innocent or guilty, but they make their story believable for the feds to indict another person. And that's what everybody done to Rob.
But Gucci, what I think Randa was trying to imply though was this: when you say rat, right? Obviously that's not professional, whatever. But who cares? If you're telling on somebody, you're a rat. At the end of the day, that's what it is. But I think what she was trying to say was,
I didn't see Randa. I didn't see Randa.
Yeah. What she's trying to say is if you're saying that they ratted on R. Kelly, that's implying, just like when you say where were the parents, that's implying that he committed these crimes. You see what I'm saying?
But most time, from my experience with a lot of people that I know went to joint, most time when a person rat is because they're more guilty and they can't do the time, so they're going to fabricate a story to make you look guilty. Regardless of not if he's guilty, that's for them to prove. But the only thing I'm saying is, the rat, it's going to be hard to take a rat to a snitch because they both the same. Rat and snitch is the same person. They're in the same boat. They can put them all on a boat and set the boat on fire. It's the same thing to me.
Okay, hold on. Spitting Fire is on her way in. Hold on.
Okay.
We were waiting on her to come in.
Okay,
Spitting Fire.
So,
there's the link.
I didn't see Randa question, but I understand now. I'm reading it now. I understand what she's saying. Yay, make him. But the problem is they got this thing in the feds. It don't make a difference who is guilty or not. The first person get to the feds is going to get the time. Okay? The first person. So it's just like if me and A and B selling dope. B was the kingpin. If A get to, and the kingpin get to the feds first and say, well, I sold B a key a day. B gonna get more time than the kingpin. And I know that for sure, because I know a lot of people that the workers snitch on, and kingpin snitch on workers. Workers got more time than the kingpin.
You're right, but Gucci, I just think that we shouldn't. What Randa, like I said, with going back to that, I think we shouldn't say, just my personal thoughts. We shouldn't say where were the parents, and as well as.
No, I'm never gonna say where were the parents because there was no minor.
Because it's just implying that he committed these crimes. You understand what I'm trying to say?
But if you say snitch, is the same thing. Somebody snitch, somebody rat, is the same thing.
I would say lying. It's simple. You're lying on him.
Yeah, let's not with semantics. Let's not get caught up on those.
Oh no. We're waiting on spitting fire.
I'll change the title, but let's not get caught up in semantics. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, my bad. I just wanted to clarify. That's all.
Let's focus. Stay focused, y'all.
Now,
all right. Did everybody get to answer the question? You got a chance to answer the question, Gucci? Everybody got a chance to answer?
Yes. Randa, I feel you, Randa. I read your question, Randa. Yes, I see what you're saying. Next question. I'm ready to get to the part about, I wish you played that little skip, though. I pay people to lie. I pay people to this. And then, Hey, Derek, you be missing
Yep.
a lot. We be missing a lot.
You know
Hey,
what? I'm gonna
Don
tell you
came,
like this.
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you for a minute. You have to detox, man. This stuff
Woo.
gets so hot and heavy, and then you get so many different things. And my thing is, I'd rather be listening to R. Kelly content.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear YouTube blogger content.
me either.
I just don't. I mean, that ain't a strike against them or whatever the case may be. But I ain't finna go watch the Cosby Show and expect to see something else
Exactly. You know.
for
So
real. Because if I see something else, I'm gonna be mad. So I just had to back up and
Hey, Sylvia, can I ask the gentlemen a question on the panel while you're doing that? Can I ask a
One
question?
second, hold on, fellas. Let me in. Let me let the young lady in so she can introduce herself. Spitfire, could you
Oh,
please put on your camera? We would like to see you, young lady.
You know what?
We want you to be camera ready. We want you to be camera ready, young lady.
I
she said,
I can't come on right now because I'm in a location where I can't show where
Okay.
I am.
Got you.
But I wanted to come in because I was invited, and I said that if I had a few minutes to come in, I told Gucci that I would or whatever. So I wanted to make sure I tried my best to come in or whatever. But I'm
and I
in a
appreciate you, baby.
don't want to see me. I'm sorry, I can't do that right now. But
That's good.
I understand. I just wanted to see your beautiful face, but go ahead. We're okay with your
you
side.
can come back on your channel, and I'm going to be all dolled up, and I'm going to be in a place where you can see me and everything. You know, you'll get to see me.
Okay.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
I everybody. I see all my beautiful men. Hey, Gucci, Black CEO, what's up? I love you, Black CEO. I love your content and your. I love you. I love you.
Thank you.
Mr.
Same
Jones,
here.
little bruh, how you doing? Down okay? What's been going on? Y'all all right?
oh yeah, we good.
yeah.
Spitfire, I
Flame.
would like you to introduce yourself, if you don't mind.
Well, I have a channel. Y'all know who it is. It's Spitfire or whatever. And I speak on men's rights and fight against injustice and things like that. And I also do some celebrity gossip and things that's going on in the world or whatnot. So, we got to bring about, some really positive information. But then we also have to, take a moment to release that because that can get stressful to the soul. You know what I'm saying? So I see if these YouTube streets now. These YouTube streets has been shaking up this last weekend. Last weekend was something that it shook some trees and everything. And I think it started off with my brother Block, and he shook. He's been gone or whatever. He came back, and he came back with with a rainstorm or whatever, and it shook up the block and everything. And in addition to the other side going through their storm, or whatever, we've been going through it for forever. Over here, the people that support R. Kelly been fighting, and we've been going through it forever. But the journey, success a lot of times does not be easy. You got to remember in the Bible when they spoke, Moses led the people to the promised land, and it was not an easy journey. It was not. The people was fighting all the way, until they parted the Red Sea, and they still was fighting even after the end. So this journey with our Kelly is not going to be any different. But one of the things that Will Edie did say for the bond bender was that we need to pray, and I think we need to stay in prayer. But I personally believe prayer without works is dead. That's just my personal thing. So I think we need to pray, but we also need to work on some things and get things changed, not just for R. Kelly or Bill Cosby, but for all of you, because all of you men are at risk of being this done. Like, you never know what life will bring you. You never know if you want to go to the store, hit the lottery. Next thing you know, you're accused of some type of sexual assault because now somebody wants your you know what I mean? It can happen to any one of you. And I want a lot of to come forward now. So like when you go to your local offices, go suited and booted and speak well and be clean like you guys are and looking good like you guys. Take 10 of your men with you and let them know you have some concerns and let them know that you coming in there with 10, but there's a lot of you that stand with you and voice your concerns about these laws about sexual assault and how they can just be a man can be ridiculed and
Hey,
especially for
Spinify, excuse me 1 second. Sylvia, I'll be right back. I got an emergency phone call about my son from a police got pulled over. I'll call you right back. Y'all hear me? I'll be right back.
It's all
I'll be
good.
right back. My son just called me. He got pulled over and the police, they harassing him. I'll call right back.
Wow.
oh
All
well
right,
you better
Gucci,
go
we'll
pray
see.
about that. Yeah, let's pray about that situation.
Sure.
Um, so I just want you guys to think about that and it's you guys need to be the ones upset about this. Not just because we don't know that sexual assault does happen, but it's just BS. Like this is really crap what R. Kelly's going through. It is crap. You know what I mean? For a man to be accused of these things and women have taken money and signed NDAs. And I understand what Dom K and what Will Edie was saying as far as when you protest, you ask where were the parents, and it's an indication of guilt, like saying that he did do it. So let's look at it two different ways. Let's look at the glass half empty and let's look at the glass half full. So if the government can say, okay, looking at it half full, as the analogy that you use, Dom K, let's just say they say, okay, well, Your Honor, they're saying where were the parents? They're harassing the witnesses. They're working with him, and these are his people, and blah 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 blah, blah, right? And that can be something that they can say is harassment. But then we still have something that's called a defense. So we're gonna look at it as have
Your connection is pretty bad, Spitting Fire.
my connection is bad.
Yeah.
It's going in and out. Yeah, it's going in and out.
Okay, hold on. Because I'm out of water.
It's worse now.
It's work. Okay, I'm gonna leave and come back in.
Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna.
And you know what? You know what, Miss Sylvia? I have really asked that particular question so many times. Back in 2002, I asked that question because it does behoove you. Because, like I said, I went through the Michael Jackson thing. Now, we got an opportunity to see a set of parents and a kid on national television, and the kid said, "My daddy told me to say."
Yeah.
So in that vein, in that vein, I understand where people are coming from, but in that vein, where were you? Were you somewhere coaching your kid to lie? I mean,
That's
honestly,
true. That's true, bro. That's true.
I mean, we not far off from a lot of things, man. And we got to remember where we came from. The situations in the ghetto situations and the drug epidemics in our hoods, especially hoods like Chicago and all the desperation, there, like I said, I'm from Gary. So I know, people will do anything for a dollar. They'll lie, rob, you clip people, deal with them just to steal from them. So we have to remember that. I mean, we can't just stop it like 2019. It was a whole backstory, a whole different place and time. You go back to 1992, the cell phones look different, the cars look different, the females dress different. It was a terminology back then that said, "I'm down for whatever." And the young chicks was talking about that. And we just have to really realize, that we've been through this numerous times, man. And the biggest thing for me is that we about to hit the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa, Oklahoma race riots. In that, it was a rape accusation that caused them to burn the whole city down. We can't keep allowing for the upper reaches to take everything from us, man. And just say something dismissive, just to okay, well, I can't even advocate for that. But just like a grown person can lie, a kid can lie, a parent can lie. You know, as we clearly have seen.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of
Yeah.
lying,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play something for you guys that I thank you, Derek, for bringing me to that point because that was gonna be our next question here. I'm gonna play this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He still ain't gonna. In truth, we did our job. We brought the information to the public. Surviving R. Kelly went off. We kept that shit going. We got bus drivers. We got police officers. We got assistants. We got friends. We got people to lie. We got the storage. We got motherfucking video, audio. You have seen Asriel at my house. You have seen parents at my house.
Should I play it again? You
I
guys
heard
heard it? You heard it?
Mm-hmm.
Dom, you hear it?
I got that.
Okay. So that is one of the things that this whole weekend has been in an explosion. We had two individuals who have been against Robert Sylvester Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been at each other. And this is why the title had the rats. What happens when rat exposes themselves? That rat was not for what we were talking about before. It's for these two individuals. The reason why they're considered rats because they have been both convicted of certain crimes and they ratted out on the people that was part of the crimes with them. Okay. That's why it was more geared to them, not towards Robert's situation or anything like that. It was more of now let's have a discussion on what happened over the weekend. I know a lot of you guys are not privy or have not heard some of the things that has happened over the weekend, but there are some of us who have. Someone said they're in Japan. Okay. I was hoping that I would bring that up. Hold on a second. Just bear with me. Go ahead, Derek. Go ahead and talk.
Well, you know, I saw bits and pieces, but trust is nothing that you wouldn't already know when you're dealing with particular people, you know, a particular type of individual. So when it comes to that particular situation, it's two dudes, two criminals accusing each other, you know, when they was both in it together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I see a situation just like I saw in January, February, March, April, May, June, July with a man that was on television talking about, I just want a relationship with my daughter. I just want a relationship with my daughter.
That's
all I
what
want.
Daughter back.
Yeah.
Is a relationship with my daughter. Now, you turn around and you jump hard. I'm talking about day one. You go from that to this thug. You know, to this thug, and I'm from the hood, man. You know, ain't no such thing as a halfway crook. And here we go with this halfway crook. Then you start snitching and ratting on bloggers. You know, and doing all this craziness. You know, the truth don't really need no help. And you know, they've been doing all this, like you said. We got people to lie. We got the storage. You know. You can tell a lie because you got to tell a lie over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You got to repeat the lie. So and what we keep seeing in this situation is people cannot repeat the lie. You cannot repeat the lie. I don't care if you're talking about females from surviving R. Kelly, whether you talk about some of these parents, whether you talk about, you know, Demetrius Smith, anybody, they can't seem to repeat what's supposed to be the truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you look at other people and you look at, you know, you're looking at R. Kelly and go back to his interviews. It seems to me that everything that he has said has been consistent from, you know, from maybe the mid 90s on back.
Mm-hmm.
It's been consistent. You know, these people robbing me. I trust too many people, you know, and the thing about it is he realizes that he needs people and you can't go around and just start firing folks. If you ain't, you know what I'm saying? These people claim they got your back. But like K said, you got all these people that was just mesmerized with the idea of R. Kelly. They had no love for Robert Sylvester Kelly. No love. You know, because it's people that literally call him that, and everybody know he want to be called Robert. Robert, everyone knows this. So that lets me know that you don't know him. That lets me know that you don't. Just simply the way that you call his name and address this man lets me know. And if it sounds forced, a lot of this stuff sounds forced. If you take the time and look at, I don't even want to say this dude's name. If you look at this man, everything that he did was forced. It wasn't real. It was just like, you want to sit here and talk about truth and all of this, but the thing about it is the truth don't need no assistance. We all knew that guy over there on the one YouTube channel was full of it anyway. You're sitting up there, you're getting drunk, you're telling lies, you got these women over here that just, I understand it's real victims, but you've played on every one of them. You played on every single one of these women that are victims, with a sensationalized story, just to save your own skin. Simply.
Yeah. And it's and when you look at it, it's a big old fraud. Like where you just, and then like I said, when I look at it, me coming in, because I see, when I came in, I seen the brother raining with that channel, man, and I seen them wreaking havoc, man, all the way down to it started saying, yo, he about to get, federal time or whatever. Well, I'm like, damn. And with me coming in, that's God. You know what I'm saying? I think that is God working, man, for Rob. Because like I said, I wasn't in none of these fights and stuff. I've been out since January or something like that, man. But what I do see, man, one thing I can tell y'all, I think it's God. You know what I'm saying? Because like I tell Sylvia, tell plenty of people, this right here where this brother is locked up is not his time. I mean, look at all these evil entities and people that's around doing all this stuff. I mean, come on, feds. With respect, the feds can come on YouTube and the federal government, and they can release this brother. They can release this brother just by going off of all our pages, and they'll realize, like, hey, these people are supporters. These people are fans. You know what I'm saying? And when it hit, I seen the fans jump out before I did, in protection of their, of our king, our R&B king. You know what I'm saying? Because, hell, we love his music. We love him as being a person. We understand. And then you got other people don't. But with, like I said, when I came in, I seen some of the brothers and sisters like blinded from Angelo and that brother channel over there doing what like you say, we got bus drivers, we got this, we got that, we got that. It's the federal government. Come on, brother. I mean, with respect, take a look at this brother channel. Take a look at it. I mean, because there's the fraud, there's the deceit, there's everything. This is not Rob's time. They need to let that brother go. And I'm just saying that peacefully, respectfully, and that's my opinion on my First Amendment right, because the buttermilk is not clean. It's not clean. It's not clean.
Okay, I'm going to play something.
I agree.
Okay,
excuse me if I misquote some stuff, Sylvia. Let me know if I misquote something. That way I can say within guidelines, because I don't want to slap. So
it's okay. But, one Pop, are you coming in? Come on in, Pop. Pat. Go ahead, Dom. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just to go on that, I agree. I mean, obviously, we know who has told and all that, but like at the end of the day, it has been of assistance to R. Kelly's case, but that's not really. I don't think it plays a big part, but I don't think that's really the main factor in this situation. I think the main factor is greed with all moving parts. You understand what I'm saying? Like all moving parts in the situation, as far as everyone's only looking out for their own personal gain, if that makes sense. Like no one cares about R. Kelly as far as who was around him and whatever. They're all gonna look at for their own personal, to get them out of a situation, or I'm going to tell on him, or I'm going to get it out of me, or I need this because I want this. I'm going to, do this because I want him locked away because I might have access to his funds. Or, I mean, there's so many different layers and levels to this thing, but like, that's just a small factor, of course, when, you say people ratted and cooperated, and that's, of course, 100%. I agree, but that's not the main, I don't think that's the main factor. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say we tackle just that, right? I don't think that's powerful enough to get him freed and get
Yeah.
his case knocked down and his charges knocked down. You understand what I'm saying? We have to tackle stuff like one Pat was saying, the government and the people who was around him, who was physically around him since, you know, I've been around him for 30 years and I never saw nothing. And he's my brother and this, that, and the third. It's like, y'all don't find this a little fishy, right? If I'm hanging around JB and Derek for 30 years, right? Them two both get down for a RICO and I don't get charged in a RICO. I'm walking scot-free. Y'all don't find that odd? Y'all don't find that a little odd? And what's
Good
interesting
example.
to me, it's crazy, right? You got to really think, right? And also too is he's the only one charged in the RICO, right? And they're all walking around scot-free. And I just find that's hard to believe because I've only known people for, you know, my homeboys, some 6 months, 10 years, 15 years. I know my homeboys who I went to high school with and shit. I know their type of, I'm not around them 24/7, but back in the, you know, growing up, of course, now we're careers and busy and stuff. But back then, like, I know their type of style. I know their what they like, what they don't like. I know what type of girls they like, what type of girls they don't like, just from me being their friend. So my thing is, all these people who was around him, they want to make it seem like they don't want no parts of it. They don't want nothing. It's like, but y'all wanted parts of it. Y'all wanted parts of it when this man had 150. Well, he didn't have 150 million, but they said he was net worth at his top was 150. He's probably actually had at the height of his career probably 30, 40 million, right? That he actually could control, but his people was controlling it, right? So my thing is this, is that y'all was around when he had all that. When he probably bought y'all a whip, he probably, I mean, I don't know, but I'm saying he probably bought you that. He probably shot you some money just from being a homie. He definitely had you Ace of Spade bottles and going to every concert, flying all over the world. Had you not been rocking with him, you would have never been to out of your own city, Chicago. You see what I'm saying? And that's where it really frustrates me is that all these people want to come out when the man or don't want to come out and not speak because he's down. But when the man was up, y'all was right by him and rocking with him. So that's whack to me. It's like own your stuff, excuse me, and take accountability. And you know what? If I was around that man for 30 years, and I've been to all these different countries because of him. This man took me all these places, got me a car, put money in my pocket, was able to help me buy a house, all this stuff. If I saw him getting charged with a RICO and no one else, I would say I'm part of this. Straight up, because that's my loyalty. That's my homeboy. You know what I mean? And if you've been around for 30 years, how you gonna let this man he's facing, I mean, life, but 100 and 200 years. And y'all sitting out here walking around scot-free, beefing with YouTubers and F you and pull up. And I'm not like, come on, bro. Like, that's your people is
it don't make no sense.
But I'm not trying to be funny, but like your people is facing life in prison. Y'all worried about posting pictures and shit like stuff. Like it's like, bro, like take accountability. Take accountability and own up to it. Straight up. Shit.
All right.
So all the Negroes drink my liquor and smoke my stogies.
Facts.
Why y'all ain't on Facebook taking up from me?
He needed bun money. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Dom. Speak it now, Dom. Go ahead on.
Yeah, though. I feel you, bro. I mean, because,
No, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. What do we feel about, let's say, for instance, the Block video the other day, send mad love to the brother Block when it comes to, I'm going to say the brother Will Edie, speaking the other day. I'm going to tell you, I disagree with he started saying the supporters. I didn't know if he was so upset with the other blogger. I don't want to offend them because I know it's on right now, but I don't know, but I kind of took issue with that because I heard Rob say many times, on interviews, I thank my supporters and my fans and my supporters and my fans. And, I don't know maybe I took it wrong the other day when I was listening to him. He was, it's fanatic, and and which I understand it, but I didn't really get where that brother was getting. I didn't know if he was angry at the supporters or the you know what I'm saying, the fans, because every supporting fan is not out here fussing and fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's like, look at the subs over here. These are supporters that you don't see with a channel. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed it offended a lot of the subs and stuff. So me, I'm not mad at the brother, but I disagree with it. And my thing was, when he started saying supporters or just like a fan, that right there kind of threw me off, because I support Rob, Ticketmaster, going to concerts and stuff. So if you on stage with him and I paid Ticketmaster, so you're not getting paid. How did, like Don said, you know what I'm saying? He pop bottles in the club because damn, maybe that was some of my Ticketmaster money or our Ticketmaster money or something. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I say, I respect the brother Will. Maybe he can come out and say, hey, well, maybe I meant it like this because, he went from telling us to pray to saying he'll lay a brother on his back. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't mind a brother leading me, but lead me right. You know what I'm saying? And so with him, I thought it was almost a little slap in the face. What respect? Because like I say, he would not make me hate him by saying it because we're men. And my thing is just like, bro, can you clarify that? Because I support Rob through Ticketmaster. I can support it, Rob, here on YouTube. Sylvia got a banner up there. It's, you can't call us crazy people. You know what I'm saying? When Rob say thank you to my supporters, my fans. Hell, you know what I'm saying? That's us, so I don't know if he need to get away from the YouTube thing, man. And I don't know if lately he kind of got into, pull up to the church. Oh God, let's don't speak nothing like that into existence, brother Will, and do not fall into that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I would say to him. And I support him on his journey, spiritual or whatever, but I would tell him to leave that alone and just talk to us. You know what I'm saying? Relax and talk to one of us. That's the only thing I say to that brother there.
But JB, can I just chime in really quick? I just want to be clear too with people is that a fan and a supporter is two different things. Okay, right. A fan is someone I love R. Kelly's music. And there's a lot of fans. He has a lot of fans, but they're not necessarily supporting him as far as what he's going through in his personal life. I see a lot of comments where people are saying, I love his music, but his personal life is this, or I love his music, but I don't want, his personal life has nothing to do with me. We're actually fans and supporters, or just supporters, right? Yeah. And so I think what from what I got was obviously, I'm not saying names then, but we saw the interview. I think he was throwing a little shade to the supporters for sure. But I think he was more so thinking about like how just all the YouTube bull. You understand what I'm saying? Like I think that's what it is. But my issue is like you're speaking as if you're the man himself. You're speaking as if you're R. Kelly himself. You understand what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly has made it very clear that he really appreciates his fans and supporters. He wouldn't be here for 30 years. He says it on every concert. Okay, so it doesn't sit right with us who's been in this fight for 2 years. And people, I haven't been I have not been to a rally, but I've donated to every rally, everyone's channel. But a lot of these people, Sylvia, Gucci, all these people are flying with their own money, going to every court date, every court case, pulling up pacer, reading the indictments. Some people don't have or taking off time from their families, their real jobs, things of that nature. So that's just basically throwing a sign of disrespect to the supporters. And I don't think that's fly because R. Kelly, he wouldn't. I don't think he would rock with that. He wouldn't condone it. Now, him talking about the back and forth on YouTube, saying he's gonna pull up this, he don't stand for that. I can tell you that much. He's not gonna stand for that. But as far as if you coming on reading the thing, trying to debunk people's lies, who are setting him up and things of that nature, I think 100%. Like you can't slight the supporters who are still going strong for this man. Because like a lot of times us supporters have brought things to the attorneys or even just the social media awareness that the public would never know. You understand what I'm saying? They would never know because they're reading headlines saying, this man did it, or the 90% of the public thinks this man did the crimes that he committed. Right. Period. Yeah. So you have the 10% like us who is willing to do what we can to show that, you know, that these people are lying. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's just what I wanted to say. So the fans and supporters is two different things. Fans is I'm about the music. I love his man. I love this man because of the music. Supporter supports what he's going through in his life as a man, as a black man. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all. But
well, let me take
I'm back, y'all. Can y'all hear me now?
Hey, Spitfire.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell.
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, and Don, you're right, because the thing is, Don, I didn't like what he said. It did seem like Will was throwing a lot of shade. I'm being honest. I don't care who don't like it. And my thing is, where have he been the last 2 years? All of a sudden, he's coming out. Okay. Now, when Rob first got indicted, he removed all of Rob pictures from his Twitter page, Instagram, and Facebook. You know, with him and Rob. So I don't trust no one. I'm being honest. I don't care what people want to say, you know, because it take you 2 years for you to come say something about what's going on. Man, please. Let me tell you something. Rob got too many fake ass friends. Too many.
Gucci, you getting out of control?
I want to know if y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So before I got disconnected, I'm sorry, I had to go find an area to where I could, like I said, I wasn't where I could show myself, and I had to go find an area where I can get some connection. I was in a bad area. So what I wanted to say was, I left off on Dom K. So what I wanted to say was when he said something about where were the parents and everything, and I was saying that, you know, you can look at that as half empty and half full. In other words, you know, like what Don was saying, you know, they can come back to the judge and say, listen, these people are intimidating the witnesses. They're saying, where were the parents? They're all for him. These are his people and all this and that. But then if you look at the glass half empty, the defense can come back and counter that and say, okay, well, they say these girls were underage. We know that underage people have to be supervised by their parents. Okay, and the prosecutor has said that this man did XYZ to underage people, and we have one person who went on a docuseries, said that she did call home to her mother to let her know that she was at the defendant's house. So, and there was no police reports, there was nothing else made to indicate that these children or alleged children at the time to be in danger or in harm's way. So you can look at that as half empty and half full. You can look at it as two different ways on that take. And that's how I take it. You know what I mean? Because you have to remember when it first came out, Master P, okay, Taraji P. Henson, and I'm not a celebrity, we're not all celebrities, but they both were asking where were the parents. And it wasn't indicating that, I don't think they were indicating that he was guilty. I think they were indicating that you got to take accountability and responsibility for what you saying that it's a minor. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just have your child out here, because there are real people out here that are predators, and you don't be responsible for them. And then you say, oh, well, you did this and you did that or whatever, because we just can't have parents unsupervising their children if we're claiming that they're children. This is what they're claiming. You know what I mean? Not saying that R. Kelly did it or whatever, but if a predator surfacing the streets and being a predator towards young underage girls, okay, and you got one that admitted on TV that she called home to tell her mother, right outside of a charge or a case that he was fighting already, then that indicates some things that if you're saying that this is an enterprise, okay, that indicates that there has to be more than one person in this enterprise, and there has to be some more responsibilities going on with it. Now, that's two ways of looking at that, but I do understand what Will was indicating, or even what Dom K was saying. I do understand that, you know. So you may want to stay away from that, just so that the prosecutor wouldn't have nothing to say, even though the defense can rebut that. But I'm just saying, you may want to stay away from controversial stuff. As far as Will concerned, I understand, because I've seen a lot of comments in the sections or in people threads was talking about They were upset about some of his choice of words and what he was saying. And then some people saying that he was sounding arrogant and he was coming at the fans and the supporters and things of that nature. I can understand that. But you have to understand that when we first came out here and we were supporting R. Kelly, we got beat up, okay? We got beat up so bad by the other side. This man indicated too that they came for him and his family. So we can't forget what he said initially when he first came out a few weeks ago. All right. He said that his family was attacked, his mother was attacked. I can believe that. Because of the simple fact is, when all this first jumped off in 2019, we were all attacked. I mean, they put memes of me, they put everything. So he's not a YouTuber, okay? So he didn't go. So as they attacked him, he may still be on the defense. Okay, and he's been offensive and he's defending himself and he's still angry where we done fought it all out. So the next people that come behind us, they don't have to go through the stuff that we all went through because we all did the fighting and got beat up already. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that I always say about the day ones is that people need to respect the fight that we have because new channels come about now. They don't have to do that. But we got beat up out here. People were really putting people information out here. They were calling you P-highs. They were calling you protecting the pedophile, you a petty lover. That's a lot. So he didn't get the opportunity to vent until
he did say he'd been out here doing it since 2001. So
yeah,
he wasn't a newcomer.
He said in 2008 that they had already did the protesting and stuff like that, but this time around, we didn't have social media. We did not have social media the way that we had back then.
Yeah.
You know, this was a lot worse than it was back then. You guys have to understand that. Like, you thinking like this man just coming out and he's attacked. You got to listen to what he's saying. He didn't get a chance to do it. And everything is timing. Okay, everything is timing because I want everybody to understand something. It doesn't matter what we say. If Rob knows this man the way he know him, and you got to remember, no matter what, yeah, he probably has some people in this camp that's dirty or whatever. That's something that he's going to have to figure out who is dirty when he get out of here. But at the same time, after the court date,
all of them.
He was riding shotgun with this man. They was smoking a cigar. Now, you don't ride shotgun unless somebody smoking your $200,000 car if y'all ain't cool like that. So we can't be going after R. Kelly's loved ones because they say things that we don't like or they say things.
They shouldn't attack us either, Spitting Fire. They shouldn't attack the supporters.
He's attacking. I think he's defending. And he doesn't know who he doesn't know who he can trust. It
doesn't sit right though, Spitting Fire. You know what I mean? It doesn't sit right with us.
I understand that. And it ain't supposed to sit right with you, but you have to understand he's human too. He has a right to vent as well. He ain't out here like us. Like Dom K, you was out here going off on people. I was going off on people. Sylvia was going off on people. Gucci was going off on people. He muffled. You get what I'm saying? So now that he out, he's like,
oh no. He's been going off. You haven't seen him. He's been going off since Facebook. He used to be on Facebook going off.
I just followed him like not too long ago, but from what I see and what I spoke to him about, he just seems like he just so frustrated. You know what I mean? And
but why take it out? But why take it out on R. Kelly supporters though? That's my thing.
He's been out since 2019 on Facebook. He's been talking.
The same reason. Let me ask Dom K question. The same reason why when Block do something, people take it out on me, or the same reason why when people mad at me, they take it out on Block. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing. People do that. They lash out on anything and anybody that's close to her or anybody. Like he put everybody in one category. It ain't right, but it's a human nature. It happens all the time. But what we need to understand is that it's still, they don't have to be right. They don't have to be perfect. You understand? He's going through it too. So we can't attack all and everybody close to Rob. He still have people that's close to him.
But I disagree, Spitfire.
Cannot attack
He's
too.
He can't be going through it. He can't be going through it.
I'm not saying that.
He
I'm not saying that at all. What I'm
But
saying
Spitfire,
is,
he can't be going through it. He can't be going through it because your best friend of 30 years, who you went on tour with, to every tour, you hang out with this man every day, is charged with a racketeering, and you are scot-free with no charges, have not been mentioned in no paperwork, not nothing. I'm sorry. I can't sleep with dude. Like I'm for R. Kelly. I'm not for his circle. But I'm not going to attack his people. I'm not going to attack them. Absolutely not.
So what you're saying
Absolutely
is,
not.
so you're saying that, okay, so because I came in on, I don't know the whole conversation. I just came in when I realized that Sylvia was on. So as I jumped on, I'm trying to jump in the conversation of what took place before I even initially came on the panel. But so what you guys are saying is you're questioning, not only is you questioning his friendship, but you're questioning the fact that maybe there's something inconsistent with this case on why R. Kelly is initially arrested and not him.
I'm telling you, spit and fire. The day that Casanova 2 times was indicted on racketeering, do you know how many people were charged, for people who don't know, who was in that racketeering? And then there was a whole host of other charges. I'm specifically talking about the one racketeering charge. There was 18, 19, 20 different people that was considered running this racketeering thing, drugs and laundering and all this stuff, right? They didn't indict Casanova and said, you know what, we're going to indict these 17, 18 other people 2-3 months later, years later. No, you are charged initially. None of his friends have been charged. None of them. Zero.
And the paperwork does say drivers.
Come on now.
The paperwork does say drivers, friends, runners, all of these people was included in the charges, but nobody else was arrested.
Exactly. They're trying to solidify his RICO, but they're not including them. So that makes me question, why aren't you charged as well? You see what I'm saying?
That makes all the sense.
Spitfire, if me and you go rob a bank right now, right? All 6 of us go in here and rob a bank, right?
Right.
You were the main one, like you had the idea, but we all went and we did this, right? Let's say we go and we stole $1 million, right? I'm just hypothetically speaking. Let's say when we all get when they find out who was and whatnot, they charge just you and Gucci, Sylvia, JB, Derek, and me have never been brought no charges. We're walking around scot-free. Nothing. How would you feel? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I get what you're saying, but that's what I see when I do my commentary. That's exactly how I feel about the parents. That's initially how I feel about the parents. I feel that when they say that he's charged with trafficking and all this that with young girls, I feel that trafficking initially starts at home. Because in other words, if you're saying that these were minor people are supervised by their parents. Okay, so
right.
No parents initially went to the police, right? So that's the same thing I feel about the parents. Like, why is it no parents arrested in this as well as what you said these initial charges was with these alleged minor women? This is what I'm not understanding. So I'm going by the exact charge about abusing women and doing things with minors and trafficking with minors. Now, your stance is the same as mine. You're just speaking on the friends' perspective, and I'm speaking on the terms of the parents' perspective, because I'm thinking that if I'm a parent and my child is missing and I don't say anything, I don't report her missing, then at some point I need to be charged as well. Just like Kay Michelle was saying.
Okay, hey guys, can we go to the next topic?
Oh, okay.
Because we're gonna be stuck on this forever. Wait, no, let's go to, because they saying in the chat, can we go to the next topic? I'm gonna let Spitfire get her last in on that, and then Dom, and then we're gonna cut it off. Okay, y'all? Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I gotta get going anyway. But I just wanted to say, that I just wanted to say that
Breaking up. You're breaking up, Spitfire. Yeah, it's breaking
Okay,
up.
can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a little better, yeah.
Okay, well, I said what I had to say, but this area is just bad. But I just said what I had to say. I wanted to say something about the parents. On that note, that's all I want to say.
Okay, she's gone. Okay, Don, did you want to say your final, and then we go on to the next
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, I'll be quick. What I was just saying was like I didn't want people to think that like I'm attacking Will or excuse me, I didn't even want to say name. I haven't even mentioned his name. That's what people are saying. I didn't mention any names, right? I'm just saying hypothetically speaking, I think that it's strange that the circle and people who've been around for all these years have never been charged. You know what I mean? And but that doesn't mean that's just my personal opinion. I'm not gonna attack him. I don't even know that man. I don't know none of his people around him. I'm not gonna go at them. I'm not gonna keep calling his name in the video. I haven't even mentioned his name, okay, or any of their names. Okay, that's the difference between me. I'm not gonna try to harass you. Like I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just simply giving my personal perspective and my opinion on that. And I personally think that I find it strange that all these people, and I get what Spinfire was saying as far as with the parents and stuff. I totally get that, but it's bigger than the parents, in my personal opinion. Yes, they're a part of it. They're absolutely a part of that, but it's bigger than that. I think it's more about the circle, the masters, people who are around him. So
I agree with you, Don.
go
I
ahead.
totally agree with.
Okay.
No. I totally agree with you because I asked Sylvia. I've been questioning this whole Will thing because when Rob first get arrested, he removed all his picture. So I guess he's gonna say because his family got threats. So I just don't understand how he is the only person that family got threatened like that. That he have to do all this to remove himself from Rob. But all of a sudden, out of the blue moon, you come back around now and stuff. So, but the thing, Don, there's another issue, man. But I'm gonna let Sylvia go to the next question. I'm
Okay,
back in the car now.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this small clipping. It's gonna be two. One's gonna be about 58 seconds, and then the other one's going to be about 6 minutes. But let's go ahead and do the 53 seconds one, and you guys give me your thoughts on this, okay?
All right. Don't tell me on this motherfucking YouTube street, y'all know this nigga. Y'all don't know how long I hold shit that I know about a nigga. I just want to see how deep a nigga would cut you. You just allow a motherfucker enough rope to hang their own self. And see, I'm not the coward that these motherfucking YouTubers want me to be. So that's why I had to address him before he went in. Am I apologetic that it's the timing? I don't give a fuck about timing. That shit means nothing to me. Right. It means something to everybody that want to feel weak to a shit. But they need to look in their own goddamn family and see how many motherfuckers locked up in their motherfucking family and holler at them. Write them some motherfucking letter and feel this sorry for them people that's locked up that they ain't sent a money order in probably years. How about that? I don't feel sorry for a goddamn grown-ass man that crossed me and do shit behind my back.
Okay. Did y'all hear that? I apologize of the language that's all being said on here, but I just wanted you guys to hear that.
Can I answer that first?
Go ahead, Gucci.
I feel Angelo mad because he crossed him, but let me tell you the part that I feel Angelo on, where he said, everybody running around here talking about they feel sorry because he's leaving his family to go in. First of all, when you do crime, you know what's going to happen. There is a motto: don't have nothing in your life you can detach from in 30 seconds if you're doing crime. That means when the heat come to you, you got to detach yourself. So if you plan to do crime, you better don't even worry about no family, because ain't nobody going to feel sorry for you, because I don't feel sorry for nobody that doing crime, and then they all of a sudden they talk about, I got to leave my family, my wife, my baby. You know what the outcome is. You know the outcome. That's why I don't understand why everybody trying to feel sorry because he's going away. First of all, you're only going away for 13 months on an 18-month sentence. That ain't shit. That's a vacation. Because guess why? You went from 51 to 70 because you went and you told you helped them on some federal and state stuff because they said it. So, I don't see why everybody talking about they feel sorry. And I'm with Angelo. Feel sorry for what? Angelo mad because he turned on Angelo, but I don't feel sorry at all because he know what he was getting into, and that's the life of when you do crime. But the part I didn't get is you was man enough to do the crime. Why you not man enough to take your time? Why you got to work with the people to be that fed boy? Since they don't want me to say snitch or nothing, okay?
Okay,
Why?
good. I wanted to read something in regarding to these
So,
charges.
Sylvia, hold on. Sylvia,
Hold on a second, Dom. Just hold that thought. Write it down. I want to add in something in regard to this because this is going to give you a little bit of insight. I went in and pulled the cases, right? This investigation started back in 2018 for the guy that was part of the crime with him, Adam Andre, and whatever his last name is. They said, here's what they said. They said that the participant in the scheme would allegedly create synthetic identities by associating a stolen social security number with different name, address, and date of birth. The stolen social security numbers belongs to individuals with no existing credit history or those who were unlikely to monitoring their credit history, such as children, immigrants, deceased individual, elderly individual, and incarcerated individual. Those were the individuals that they were taking their social security number information and making these bank charges and things like that.
Popping credit cards.
For you to feel sorry for someone who has done that to children, elderly, they only talked about the incarcerated people. They didn't talk about everybody else that was affected. There were over 500 people that was affected by this pansy scheme. Okay, and it stemmed from several states. It was a total of 13 individuals that was part of this. So to feel sorry for someone who takes the identity of your child, say you had a child who is 3 or 4 or 5 years old that had a social security number. These individuals messed up these children's social security number before they even got to adult. They didn't have any mercy on these people. They didn't care. So go ahead, Dom.
No, I was just saying that because what you just played the video. I was just gonna say let Derek and JB go because me and Gucci been running our mouths, so they haven't got to respond yet. I don't want to be rude, you know what I mean? So go ahead,
you good, bro. You good. You gotta cut your mic on, Siri. What was it again? Because I know we're kind of.
I'm sorry. Did y'all hear me the whole thing? I was saying, go ahead, Derek, and then JB afterwards. Okay.
Yeah, Derek,
it's obvious that dude is really, really upset. I sense a whole lot of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about because you don't. Like I said, it's a mirror image of what I saw back 2 years ago. Like, you wait till somebody gets to go to jail, and here you go jumping hard on them. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be your boy, your brother. And, and now all of a sudden, you're not consistent. So basically, if a person ain't doing exactly what you want them to do, you become the enemy. Now, understood, like I said, you caught this cat, and I'm trying to figure out who caught who in the desperate situation here. Because I'm thinking it's more the latter. Like, old boy, Mr. Parent caught old boy in a compromised situation. He wasn't never in a compromised situation if you think about it. And he used that to his advantage and then turned around and got used. Period. He tried to use somebody and ended up getting used. That's a lot of where his anger coming from. Because how dare you do me like I was trying to do you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know, and it's sad, you know, you got people over there see that this brother done did this. And like, you know, when I did go over there, it was, bruh, the same way you hear these people saying, you support Rob, you support the, how the hell can you support this guy over here? Just what, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that whole situation is weird. Did Angelo know? No, he may not knew that, but he knew the first game plan, which where I want to say this right, you know, that I guess his daughter was out there, and all of a sudden he coming out, you know, my daughter more than I don't know. I just think these guys is just frauds, and I'm me. My thing is, as a man, I want to call him out from man to man, saying, "Yo, you know what I'm saying, dog? That's not good." I mean, you keep that same energy. Like I go back and say with the R. Kelly thing, I know it's different levels. We can go up and say that can change things, but no, I tell him every time I keep that same damn energy. Now you're falling out. I want to get his attention and come back over here from where, you know, where I started with when it comes to the brother Angelo, you know, saying all this yelling and stuff. And like the brother Jones said, I seen fear in the guy because you're here on building the internet and on this and this and this and that. If you that much man enough, pick up the phone and call that guy down there, man. I mean, come on, Angelo, your organization will look bad trying to help these victims or whatever, bro. You everywhere. Don't believe a damn thing that guy say, period. I don't believe nothing Angelo say, y'all. I mean, because the guy is straight fraud. And Kels, you know, my opinion, you know, from all of this mess, I ain't gonna say perish, but all of this, I hope he can sue the whole damn world from the knot he had in there, the pain, if it stayed 5 days, damn it, suing for it. And I wish Angelo now, you know, I pray to God that, you know, some lighter shots said on something because Angelo and these people need to pay. Because you clearly see him dancing on stage, wife is and all of this stuff, all the way up to Darren McDermott. You know, it's just my demeanor is just I try to stay cool and calm with it though, and I'm trying to be nice, but you know, but I just think it's just full of damn fraud. And I just keep saying this is not that man's time to be in. And when you look at all of this damn mess, you know, that they doing, you know, but my thing to Angelo is like, keep that same energy, take the cameras down into that guy. That's some serious stuff that you're doing. And that this brother that, you know, I ain't gonna say you took your daughter to, but somehow your daughter that left R. Kelly's place and then winded up over here. And now you fussing, saying the same thing like you were saying about R. Kelly. Come on, man, case closed. No damn deal over here with Jay. I'm sorry. So, but like, the brother Don K say, we can take it to all different types of levels, though. But as we come down to that right there and seeing this guy being forceful and thugged out and organized, that now with Jay, it's like kill all of that. You shouldn't have never went out there and messed with R. Kelly. Y'all should have stayed home, took that girl to the Price is Right or Carowinds or Busch Gardens and left R. Kelly alone. Because we like to go to his concerts and people can laugh whatever they want. But damn it, leave our boy alone. They all bogus. And I'm gonna chill with that. That's why I won't slip up. I'm trying to be nice with it, though.
Thank you, CEO.
You're right.
Yeah, you know, they bogus.
Okay, please, guys, do not time anybody out. Let's not do that tonight. Let's keep them as long as. Well, I made sure that they can't cuss in there, so that cuss word is not gonna come through because I blocked those cuss words. But let people in. Let them express themselves. Okay. All right, guys. Let's not block anybody. Go ahead.
So it's time to get the non-believer. Non-believer need to know.
Go ahead, Mr. Jones.
Man, I'm gonna kind of slightly say something, man. Do you all remember, man, back in the early 2000s, man, we were reality TV show just blasted with Flavor of Love, The Love of Ray J, The Bachelor, and all of that stuff. Now, if you can clearly recall what that was, this man was in a mansion and they flew in these females in order to do whatever. I'm talking about physical challenges, running through mud and muck and all of this. Now, how is it that you can expose us to an obvious RICO because you had to pay them chicks because they flew out knowing good and doggone well that if the opportunity afforded itself, they was going to sleep with Flavor Flav or Ray J just to get that number one spot. So how is it that, to me, you can do this in our face and then try to accuse a man of, pretty much what you've put in our face? How can you sit up here and say that VH1 don't deserve a RICO?
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, right?
We
Man,
watched that,
it's
man.
crazy.
Real talk.
I mean, they promote the heck out of it. You know what I'm saying? I used to say the same thing that I did not like Ray J. Well, you say those shows. I mean, because you exploiting the ladies. You know what I'm saying? The queens, and they just look, man. It's like, bro, y'all, you know. But that's a good example, though, bro. That's a great
I
example.
agree.
We
I agree with that. And as far as oh no, go ahead, bro. My fault. Go ahead. Go ahead, Derek. My fault, bro.
you know, like I said, we done seen it 1,000 times, man. About 20 battles need to be locked up right now. You know,
Hey,
I'm
that's
serious.
fact. I never thought of that. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah,
I mean, they
you're right.
literally flew in the booty. We saw what happened with them. They got intimate. We saw these things.
That's
You know,
messed up.
it's crazy. Like I said, you know, it's a bait and switch because, like I said, they make it cool in the minds of certain females in certain ways, but then you can turn right around and holler victim if it don't go your way.
Mm.
Go ahead, Dom, and I'm gonna finish playing this next one after you finish on your statement.
No, so I just wanted to respond to what you had just played with as far as you know, the parent. The one parent responding to him and oh boy's situation. And this is my thing, right? With regards to, and I'm no way sticking up for Larry at all, right? But where Angelo messed up is that he's claiming that this is his daughter, and you think that this man talks more to my daughter than me, right? But
Mm.
y'all, what y'all also didn't realize is that at the end of the day, she was at that man's house for 2 weeks. So where was you at then? Why would you even allow, when you sat down at the table with him and you guys had this conversation, when Larry wanted to step in and for whatever his own intentions was, right? As far as now we know it was for his own gain as far as his case, but he wanted to step in, right? And Angelo could have shut that stuff down right away off jump. And he chose not to. And he said, okay, you don't want to get in this, that, and the third. And he allowed it to happen. And so my thing is, you can't be mad that you put yourself in that situation. That's like you DMX, there's a clip going around right now, and he said you gotta trust a snake to be a snake. You understand what I'm saying? Like and because from you don't know him from nowhere. He didn't grow up with Larry, you know, and not to knock Larry or nothing, but you just met him, so you don't know what his intentions are really. You know, of course people are going to tell you what they want to tell you, see what they're going to show you, what they want to show you. So I can't fault I mean, I do think it was wrong as far as with the R. Kelly thing, but as far as just talking about this situation here, I think Angelo, like, bro, you can't really be mad that you allowed your daughter to go to this man's house for 2 weeks and let this man flip her, or, you know, persuade her to flip against R. Kelly, when if you have this much power over your daughter, this, that, and the third, why couldn't you get her to flip? Because when she was rocking with you, she was talking about this my baby, and I love Robert, and walking around saying this, that, and the third. You know, she's gonna stick by his side doing the interview saying my daddy this, my daddy did that. Tried to set, you know, ultimately tried to set me up as far as doing the try to set me up doing naked pictures to get you know, R. Kelly, you know, to expose him in case, blackmail him in case anything happened. So I can't really be mad. I mean, I'm just questioning, like, what, like, really. I mean, obviously, like I've said, I think it's something deeper than we know. I think it's something behind the scenes, and I don't really like to speculate or comment on things I don't know, because that's none of my business with them. But as far as what we've seen, I personally think he has no real right to be mad as far as that particular statement regarding, you know, if you think he talks to my daughter more than me. But it's like, she stayed at his crib for 2 weeks, according to them, allegedly. So it's like, clearly you ain't got that much say if your daughter just went to some man's house that, you know, you just met within the last year, staying there for 2 weeks, and then got her to flip. So it's like that's all. But, you know,
let him tell it. Let him tell it 2 years ago. He didn't talk to her at all. So now you can compare how much you talk to somebody versus somebody which for 4 years you would say you didn't talk to this girl at all. Man, get out of here.
Yeah, and by no means am I sticking up for Larry. I'm not. I don't condone what he's done. I do not. You know, and so, but I'm just saying my personal opinion, and I don't know any of them. I don't know Larry. I don't know Angelo, but I'm just speaking my personal from what I've seen because she brought up the video. That's just what I see. You can't be mad. That's like if I'm a drug dealer, right? And I just met somebody last week, and I'm like, look, go sling this brick of cocaine, and the dude never comes back. I can't be mad that the dude didn't come back. I should have known not to trust this dude who I don't even know. You understand what I'm saying? That's just to put it in a more general terms. Like he trusted someone that he just met. And if you claim he's so street dudes don't just trust people like that. So that's my personal
Not with
thoughts
your
on that.
possession, not with your kid.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Let me go ahead on next.
Yeah.
Did you want to say something, JB?
Yeah, I've just said the end result, we don't mess with him over there, period. He the ops, bro. Period. Yeah, that's how I look at it. Both of them, they can, however, man, let the law go and do what they got to do. Respect to you, brother Don K. But them over there, nah, bro.
Yeah, I'm already knowing.
Once that dude said R. Kelly, get 100-some years, bro, you out. I ain't seen him one time over say, Lord, I'm sorry for saying about Rob before I go to jail. He over there whining to me. Nah, bro, no deal, bro. Do your time like Angelo say. And be a man. And then Angelo, hopefully you get ready, God, switch it around and put some cuffs on you. That's what I'm gonna say peacefully, like that though. But no,
that's what I said, bro.
They need to apologize, bro, because that was some horrible stuff that they set up that channel in the beginning to come out with that to rob them. As men, if they real men, they'll come out and say it. Other than that, no deal. And I mean, but respect to you. I respect you though, brother, with your opinion though. And I gotta be regular with them over
rock with him, bro. I do not rock with him, bro. I'm gonna be clear. I don't rock with nobody on Team Truth, nobody on Team Oko. I don't rock with none of them.
Okay. Can we go to my next video?
Respect though, man. I respect though.
Let me go to my next video, guys. Okay. All right. Hold on. And please forgive me for the profanity. That's not me. Okay.
Oh. Everybody know because he told everybody. He was the motherfucker who get everybody. And I say I had a problem with the niggas that was around R. Kelly. Larry didn't know not one of these motherfuckers. When I'm up in Chicago, I gotta know who the fuck I'm around. That's what Larry came in for. That's the only part Larry played. So when Larry sit there and talk the shit and try to talk, tell him, you see, don't get off the phone, tell the whole fucking truth. Nigga, you was only there that the people wanted to see you because they wanted to know how the fuck you was getting people information.
You heard that, right? He said how the F you were getting people information.
Wow.
So, okay. Hold on. He came in to help him to get people information. So, because remember, he was part of that guy, Adam and Jared, the one who was getting people social security numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy had some sort of program, I think, that was getting people stuff. And so that's how he was able to find out who was part of R. Kelly's group or camp. He would get the name and then find information out about them. Get it?
Against the law.
So I'm confused. Can you explain that? I think I'm a little bit confused.
I'm gonna play it back again so you can hear what he said. Okay, listen carefully.
Larry came in for. That's the only part Larry played. So when Larry sit there and talk the shit and try to talk, tell him, you see, don't get off the phone, tell the whole fucking truth. Nigga, you was only there that the people wanted to see you because they wanted to know how the fuck you was getting people information. But you wanted to brag about it and talk about it and all this shit. And that's what got your motherfucking ass in it where you go.
You heard that. He was getting people
information.
And it's because is Sylvia. Now, is that because like I said, I never knew who Larry was. But I guess people said that he had a mask. Is that what he's like referring to? Right? He
was getting information. Remember, he was working with that guy, Adam. Adam was the one who was hacking and getting in people's social security numbers and all that. Because remember, he was teamed up with that guy. So
this is not about R. Kelly.
Yes, it is. It's part about he was getting R. Kelly people's information too.
Oh shit! Shoot. Okay. Now I get it.
Hold on.
I get it. Wow.
Hold on.
R. Kelly. Larry didn't know not one of these motherfuckers. When I'm up in Chicago, I gotta know who the fuck I'm around. That's what Larry came in for. That's the only part.
What happened is he has to know who he's going to be around. So Larry was getting information about the people. So when he gets around them, he know who's who. Get it? Y'all got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Larry,
Yeah,
so when Larry said shit and try to talk, tell him, you see, don't get on the phone, tell the whole fucking truth. Nigga, you was only there that the people wanted to see you because they wanted to know how the fuck you was getting people information. But you wanted to brag about it and talk about it and all this shit. And that's what got your motherfucking ass in it where you thought you was in it, this and that. But your funny part is they couldn't even use your shit because you keep on fucking going on the internet saying this and that. You didn't do nothing but find out people information. What the fuck was that? So when you sitting here,
you heard that. The only thing you did was find out people's information. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Y'all got it now? Do y'all got it?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to play it back again for you guys to get it?
Nah.
That's crazy, man.
Mr. Jones, you heard it?
I heard that. Man,
You
that
got
dude
it
on the
now?
rant. He gonna talk himself right in the jailhouse.
Everybody,
Man.
y'all heard it, right? You guys
I'm gonna have
heard
fun
what
with
he
this.
said.
I'm gonna have a field day with this week.
Wow.
Y'all heard it. Should I play it again?
That's crazy,
I mean,
Sylvia. Like,
See,
damn.
they were running their mouth so much that they did not know what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So stuff
Yeah, that's
was
against the law.
spewed out. Stuff was being spewed out, but we thought we just entertainment. But you know how you have to go back and replay something and listen to it carefully, what is being said, because they both exposing each other.
Right. And that's but see, that's what I really I was kind of excited because, like I said, I don't deal with none of them. Right. Obviously, dude apologize, whatever. I'm like, I ain't even about to bring him up, nothing like that. But when this came out, I was like, wow, I'm interested and curious to see what
Perfect
people are going to say
example,
about each
y'all.
other.
Perfect example. Your PPP information, my PPP information was gotten by who? Larry. He gave them the information about us. None of us knew how that our stuff was out. Nobody knew how to go and look at. You did not know how to go and look at your thing, where to look at to find out where your PPP is. It was not on SBA's channel. There's a certain website you had to go to. I didn't know it.
Wow.
I mean, Sylvia, I'm gonna just be honest. I don't want to say he did that because I don't know. I don't know who did. I just know who posted my stuff. You know,
Well,
I'm gonna say
let me
allegedly because I don't
explain
know. I don't want to put that on nobody.
He said it too.
I don't know.
He said it in the he talked about the PPP. Angelo talked about it.
Posted it. I know.
No, Angelo talked about it.
About my PPP.
He talked about the PPP information being put out.
He did.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. I haven't watched. I haven't seen any of this stuff, so I don't know.
So this is the first time you're hearing this?
Yeah, I've never heard this.
You got to play it back, the whole thing. Take your time, listen to it. I know it's about 4 hours, but you got to depict it little by little.
Where can I find this at though? Where is it? YouTube or where?
It's on YouTube. It's on I don't know if she took it down.
Wow.
But you got to listen. There was a lot said that night. A lot was said that night.
Yeah, just send me the link or whatever, and I'll check it out.
I'll send it to you.
I didn't hear that.
Okay, hold on. Lady Earth says she heard it too. All right, hold on.
He needs some mental help.
And you got to take your time, listen to it, Dom. When you get ready to listen, take your time and listen to the whole thing.
Don't get off the phone and tell the whole fucking truth. Nigga, you was only there that the people wanted to see you because they wanted to know how the fuck you was getting people information. But you wanted to brag about it and talk about it and all this shit. And that's what got your motherfucking ass in it where you thought you was in it, this and that. But your funny part is they couldn't even use your shit because you keep on fucking going on the internet saying this and that. You didn't do nothing but find out information. What the fuck was that? So when you
Angelo was mad.
You got something, when you got something, when you was a major part, tell the fucking truth. Nigga, you went on a program with the same motherfucker who locked up right now for you. That's who you got your program shit from.
You heard him. He got the program of getting people information from the guy that was locked up, that's being locked up with him.
Wow.
You get it? He got the program. There was a program for him to get people's information.
Wow.
Tell it all.
I mean, that's crazy there. I mean, damn, man. I mean, boy, it's crazy, man. So this is recently that he just did?
That was on this weekend. They were going back and forth each other, fighting with each other.
Wow.
And someone said it's on
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
Wow.
Yeah, send that to me. I want to see that.
But Don, let me tell you the other one that bothered me.
Yeah.
Is the other person talking about he got evidence that can free Rob, but he rather give it to TMZ. What kind of crap is that?
Hold on,
You know why? Gucci, you know why?
We're going to get to that. Let me finish this.
Okay, Sylvia.
That's cap.
Hold on, we're not there yet.
cap.
Okay,
Sorry, guys.
I know.
To find out nothing for my daughter. Did you get that for me? Yes, the fuck you did. But nigga, don't run around this motherfucker acting like nigga, we was in cahoots and we talked to the police. No, nigga, you wanted to be a motherfucking police. They had to do what they had to do to a father for his daughter. You wanted to insert yourself too so deep in this shit that you thought this was your way out. And it didn't work. He come on there and talk about a fucking number that he used because they wanted to know how the fuck you was getting people information. And that's what you proud of? And you sitting there with a fucking charge like that? This nigga idiot.
I'm telling you, there's mental issues. Mental issues are playing a part.
So when you on this motherfucker, you gonna tell the truth. Let's talk about you talking about telling somebody you financed me.
I just want to keep it brief, but I do want to keep it a bug. They definitely could have been billionaires a long time ago had they just been selfish people. But no, they shared the wealth with these motherfuckers that didn't deserve the wealth, that don't deserve the wealth. They shared it with y'all. And in return, still nothing. No thanks, no anything. No check-ins, no nothing. Like, fuck out of here. Like, free.
That was his daughter talking about his.
Larry got another daughter he need to worry about confiding in. That's what the fuck he need to do. He need to worry about spending more time over there. Like, what the fuck wrong with you, bro?
Wow.
I'm gonna say this. I don't play certain shit. He chose a battle. Let him keep choosing a war. I told him from the beginning, these people don't give two fucks about you. They give a fuck about who they lock up and the conviction. You can play with them people. You can make this shit personal. You can think you smarter than them. I guarantee you, y'all will read about his ass locked up again, fucking with them people, trying to fuck with this case and claim all this shit that he did this, did that. Let me explain something to you. In the federal indictment, and I had motherfuckers who sick needed prison. If they did not do exactly on the court what was supposed to have been done, and they would have been doing some goofy shit like being on here, talking about what they did, I saw this, I saw that, I'm the one that did that. You know what that's called? Non-credible. Mm-hmm. He would be dismissed before he even get in the court. They wouldn't even take him in there because they would have to let me go for even.
But you not credible either.
Think he gave them, they probably can't use it. They probably won't even bring it to court. So if he really want the truth, that's his hard truth of the matter. When you sit there and you talk about all this other goofy shit you did, and you taking credit like you're the fucking police or something. Let them do their fucking job. That's my daughter, and I made them do their job. Sitting around there talking all this motherfucking bullshit. You fought for what family? Nigga, every family you met that was close came through me. Nigga, you didn't know none of them motherfucking people. You wasn't on the ground. Every motherfucking commentary you got was from me. So what the fuck is you talking about? You didn't put in no extra work, nigga. We put in work together. You wanted this internet shit. I did. So guess what? You got it. So live it. Nigga, stop saying what the fuck you did for somebody. You did it for your goddamn self.
Right.
Stop the fucking line and the goofy ass shit you did this. You did what, nigga? If I gave you no commentary, you wouldn't have shit.
Exactly. That's my point. I remember Azrael being on Larry's channel. Was she on his channel?
She never been on that channel. I told him she wasn't going to be on his channel. And he got upset with me about that.
Because people were waiting on that.
$10,000 a fucking interview. Not to put my daughter fucking information out there. What the fuck was she going on YouTube because we friends? That don't make sense. It's business. She got a business to maintain.
Business.
What business?
It's over with.
Business.
You're talking about the PvP information? He put it out there. Go ahead. Let me finish.
Talking Azrael business.
It's over with. One day,
listen.
I'll tell my story. One day, I'll tell my story. One day, maybe before I go to jail, I'll put it all out there. It's going to be ugly if I decide to do it. Patreon. And I'm about to load that shit. I'm about to put everything I got in there. Everything. I'm going to put so much shit in there. Y'all ain't even going to believe it. I put everything in there. I'm going to put all your goddamn I'm going to put everything in there, motherfucker. Everything. This is horrible.
See this type of stuff is
Hold on, Dom. Hold on. Hold on, Dom.
Years ago. But one thing y'all can't say on that side or on this side, that I wasn't a great friend to him. That motherfucker was a terrible friend to me.
All right, y'all. That's it.
Something wrong with them. They need a hug or something, some daddies or some uncles, because I don't know.
Heaven, I need a hug.
Is it anybody out there? Boy, because I'm seeing these are characters.
JB.
Mm-hmm.
This is my thing, right?
Yeah, talk to me.
I'm listening to this or whatever, and I can't respect when he's saying, I'm gonna put it all out there. I'm gonna put all the text messages, all that. Like, come on, man. Like you can't do that. Like if you're trying to prove one particular thing, okay, boom, like here's 2 text messages or here's that. But if you're gonna put all of like someone's private information because y'all not cool no more, like even with Angelo, like they both now it's like they're just, well, you did this, you did that, you should did that, you shouldn't have done that. They both is like come on, man, like
they prepping to go to jail.
I don't know. They both is, I don't know.
They prepping, and I feel like that's another reason Angelo coming out. Because for one, the feds watching, man. I mean, I have no doubt that the feds are on all our stuff. For one reason, he's separating himself with all of this. I mean, when I seen him do that, what was that, Friday, he came out on Instagram. That was the first thing I thought. Me and my people, we was like, if you just listen to him, don't be on here and all. And then listen to all of this throughout the weekend, all the way up now, man. And it's some form of threat that he threatening this brother over here. And when both of them need to go on and just go ahead and just get it on, man, and just let it loose, because we got Rob up here at Cook County Jail up here, you know what I'm saying, wrapped up. While they up here playing with this little fate or whatever, saga, our boys up here with handcuffs on them where they need to be. And it's sad, and it's just sad. It's saga. I wouldn't even play this in Hollywood. We'll do Rob's first. These clowns, they need to be in the county. They need to be in the county. I mean, just look at this mess. It's like it's crazy, I mean, it's weird. Then our brother up here locked up, man.
I feel you. And it's crazy because if you look at this, man, and the way that they going about it, man, it's just wild. Because you pretty much knew this was gonna come. I mean, if you just sit back and wait, and you know the nature of human beings, especially our people, you knew this was happening. I almost feel like didn't nobody really have to even do any commentary, opposing them for this to happen.
Yeah.
It would have happened regardless.
You know what I'm saying?
Because see, the thing of it is that when you been kicking it and hanging out and, with a crook, you're going to immediately, when something happened, they get in a tight spot like, man, I don't know that dude like that.
Yeah.
If you foul like that, and we already know that these cats is foul, flagrant. You know, so
Straight up.
they keep on doing foul stuff right in your face, like stuff that ain't nowhere near a man move.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it ain't even no man move. What you look like, you know, on the internet, telling all somebody's business.
Right.
You know, when you can pick up a phone and holler at somebody, man. You know, if I got a problem with John K, I'm not finna air that out on no YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where people get their little courage because they get all this acknowledgement and all of this gone ahead, and they get their little egos boosted in comments and in the comment section. So they just keep on going. Because if you was on the street, you'd have said what you had to say, got hit in the mouth.
Somebody just made an announcement. Spitfire said what's going on. It said that some shit.
Yeah, I seen that. What happened to them? What's up?
I don't know what's going on. But Sylvia, let's keep going with what you were talking about.
Okay.
Let them handle that shit. Like, I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean?
Like, trying to get Lord. We said, Lord have mercy. Send the universe.
They've been beefing for forever. And we know we rock with them and all that, but y'all handle that. We ain't got time for that.
Hey, hold up. Y'all keep going. Hold on. I gotta see.
You know what I mean? Like, sheesh. Hopefully nothing. I'm just being
funny.
Hey, y'all, it's not that bad. We're gonna be interrupted with breaking news. It's that bad, yo. Thanks, Angelo.
I'm not trying to be funny. Like, I hope they both good, but like, I mean, damn.
Thank you, Spitfire.
I'll be right back.
Whoa, they said Kevin got hurt.
They said Kevin got hurt.
He did?
See, this don't make no. Yeah, okay.
Come on, man. See,
I'm back. Hey, what the hell?
What?
They saying that both skin your man and met up and shots was fired. We don't know for sure though. I mean, they don't know. It's kind of coming in. I guess say them two brothers there. Hopefully, you know. They said Debowski. Man.
They said Debowski got a gun.
Okay.
Debowski trying to go to jail.
But who are they both okay? Like, is anyone injured?
Yeah, is anybody okay?
Is anybody injured? That's what I want to know. Is anybody injured?
You know, it's one thing, man, to be a support of somebody, man, but it's another thing. I mean, it's a whole nother monster out here. You know,
it is, man.
What are you fighting for?
Sylvia, I'll be right back.
That's my problem. That's my problem, Derek. And it's like this is, and this right here, this is what I think Will Eady was referring to. You understand what I'm saying? He's talking about
it's counterproductive.
It's counterproductive, and this has nothing to do with R. Kelly. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna attach it to him because all of us are supporters and doing rallies and speaking on him every day. So they're gonna attach it and use that to say, even though none of us know R. Kelly, they're gonna say, well, look at this type of people he has supporting him. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just making him look bad. And even though it's personal, it's between them two, but it's like you said, it's counterproductive. And I hope none of them got hurt, you know, but it's like I would just keep it pushing, Sylvia, but it's up to you, you know. But,
I was in the military.
Hopefully they both good, because you know I have respect for people, so hopefully they're good.
You know what, man? I was in the military at one point in my life, man. And one thing that they said, you know, even though you might have beef with your battle buddy, a person, you know, that's on the side of you, you got to see through the fight. Handle your business when the fight is over. You know, you can't compromise the mission because of your feelings. You know, and that's a lot of what I see. You know, people who started off with good intentions but allow for feelings and emotions to guide them. Like, man, you know, you got to get to the facts and the truth. Feelings and emotions, they never been fact and truth. Because feelings
my bad. Yeah.
We gotta
You
stay
know,
Okay,
focused, guys.
DJ's
Let's
okay.
stay focused. You're right, D. You're right, Dom. Let's stay focused, y'all.
Yeah, it's just like he's okay. That's all that matters. The DJ's okay. The Boski's okay. Let them handle it. Keep it pushing. It's that simple. You know. Shit.
Okay.
I mean, it shouldn't even be that, man. But I know I'm a Midwesterner, so I know the nature of Midwesterners, and that's how goofy we get.
Yeah, no, I'm already knowing, bro. I'm already knowing.
I'm
You know,
from
I
the
just
Midwest.
want to make sure he's good. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
he's fine. He's fine. But
Cool.
now this is getting out of hand, y'all.
It is.
You know, sometimes as much as people, you know, sometimes
And
as
we
much
might have to face this though, Don. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We might have to face this right here about our brothers and sisters just a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we might have to face it. I mean, because it is going left, and we can't. You know, those are brothers at the end of the day, and we gotta. You know, they want to support. You know what I'm saying? The brother Kales, man, and somewhere in there they got off track, and you know. Maybe we can somehow figure out, because it's not representing Kales, like you say, you know what I'm saying? That can look bad, you know, and if we good with them, you know, hey man, you know, it's, you know, peaceful, because it's not good if we saying shots fired and stuff like that.
Oh no,
man.
no.
You know,
You know,
but
no.
yeah, that's scary there for that,
But
man.
the
We don't
thing-
need it. They don't need it on that level there, man. I mean, because both of them, you know, drop facts, you know, and it's just
But
like
JB,
said, emotion.
bro, this is
Mhm.
my thing though, bro. We have both. We was all cool. I rock with both. Sylvia's rock with both. All of us have rock with both. And we've tried. We have tried on multiple occasions to get these brothers to resolve, but you can't force something, and you can't. It's only so much you could do. You know, they have to want it. That's like, you know, someone a drug addict. They need help. They have to want to get help. You understand what I'm saying? So with them, they have to want to be cool with each other, or to squash stuff. If they don't want to rock with each other, they're gonna just never rock with each other. You know, so of course we care about both of them. They're Team Kales. We rock with them. Hopefully nothing happened, but I mean, hey, like, I think, you know, it's only so much we could do. You feel
But
me?
my thing is, we have to act like adults and not like children.
Right.
Respect.
Child play right here.
right, because my thing is, it's a greater good, man. And if you can't get past the petty foolishness, then how you gonna get to the greater good? You know what I'm saying? What, you know, when you can't, and truth be told, it was exactly what the other side wanted. You know, they wanted this. You know, and they fed right into it. You know, it's crazy to me, man. You know, been plotted against. You know, you got plotted against.
So yeah, Sylvia. They said he's Tyson is eating, so he's fine. So continue or whatever you would. Yeah. Shout out to Tyson. Shout out to Debo. Y'all both. Y'all chill out.
Real talk. Man.
Yeah.
Y'all
chill out.
I'm gonna take a Black and Mouse break right. Y'all keep going with. I hear you though. Make my nerves right. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, you don't want to see nothing happen to nobody in this, man.
Yeah, I ain't trying to. You know. Shit.
Yeah,
you know, but people been experts in saying, "Oh, I'm gonna put you in. You're gonna go to jail and this, that, and the fifth." And you know, I just think it's ridiculous. We trying to get one man out.
Yeah, continue, Sylvia. Continue. Yeah.
Okay. You were talking, Dom, that you was making your point.
My fault.
You gonna go ahead and finish making your point?
Oh no. I'm trying to move on.
We were talking about the whole. No, I'm not talking about them. And we were talking about the whole with them basically coming at each other and not. I'm talking about Larry and
Right. See, and another thing too, as far as regarding this, is like, okay, this is where I'm a little confused, and I had hit the link last weekend when I had, you know, that whole Angie thing. I was on there, everyone went to sleep, woke back up, it was still going on, and I really wanted to ask Angelo was, you know, and right when I had got onto the panel, he had got off, right? So I was like, damn, but I really wanted to ask him, because in the beginning of all of this, even with Savage, they kept saying, you know, I just want my daughter back. I want to make sure she's okay. I want to do well-being
Mhm.
check on her. I want to make sure she's okay. This, that, and the third. But it's like, you got your daughter back. So why are you still out here just in all type of stuff? Like, you going to have fans, supporters, you know, he's going on with his little situation with you know, his little breakup with them. It's just like, I'm confused. Like, you got your daughter back, R. Kelly's in jail. What more do you know, like, what more do you want? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, where does it go from here? You know,
You
like,
know,
you got your
what I
daughter.
want. You know what I want to ask you guys. Remember that the indictment has been superseded several times, right? The second time is when they added, supposedly, we don't know if is it really her, but we can make an educated guess, right? We don't know what's in the files or anything. We just make an educated guess. It was changed and added on there was allegedly Azriel was added on there, right? And since we have heard what Larry has said, we had people to lie, we had this, had that, and then at one point he even said how he had her at his house and he had her to change her mind. And basically it's witness, I mean, tampering, I would think. Wouldn't you think that would be something that you would consider witness tampering? Because you're having somebody and you persuading them to change their
Mhm.
mind to come forth on something that was not there originally, right? So how do you think all of this is going to play out in your own personal opinion on this stuff there that you have heard? And especially, remember, especially the person that has been convicted gathered information illegally.
Mhm.
Mm.
I'll let you go, Jim.
Man,
You
you
say,
know what? I don't even know what could happen here because we've seen so much shady foolishness, man. That you'd be surprised who might not walk free or get a little bit of time, you know, in this. I mean, it's been a whole mess. We already know it's a mockery of everything. Everything that was written down in the Constitution to protect people's rights. And so I feel like that Larry's going to do his year and a half.
Gucci, turn your thing down. Okay, go
You
ahead.
know,
Sorry.
I do feel like he's going to do his year and a half. I do feel like at some point Angelo is going to be in cuffs. I mean, I just got that funny feeling because, you know, all the things that you've done leading up to this, and even your past is not checkered. So we're going to see. We're going to see. You know, because I ain't never seen nobody squeal like that unless they felt like that they was in danger.
say, roll over.
Okay. CEO?
Hey, I mean, I feel the same way, like, you know, like Jones said, you know, I don't know, all this getting R. Kelly locked up, all the way up to this right here is just bananas, you know, all the way down to, you know, what we just witnessed a few minutes ago is just like, what is the motive? Like, I mean, it's so much stuff came out and locking this brother up, you know what I'm saying? From Angelo journey to this other channel to him on here clearly talking. You did this, this, and this. How do you even know all of that, bro? You know what I'm saying? How the hell do you? And then when how do he even? You know, like listen to this recording. He know all this stuff is just. It's like something. The feds need to put those cuffs on that guy. That's the only thing I'm saying because he walking around here like. I don't know. You know, I mean, just look, you got robbed and look at all of this stuff, all the way down to you entangled with this guy with 1 point, whatever. And I mean, and listen to the way he explaining it, you know, with the brother's daughter, whatever. Damn, dog, it's like y'all doing too much over there. And to the feds, you know, I'm just saying peacefully, like, look at this. I mean, and how do you know it wasn't even rehearsed the way he was just saying that back? You know what I'm saying? He knew, and then you did the. No, it's just ridiculous. All to get robbed some time. You know what I'm saying? To get some time. You know, and I just think it's crazy on that end. You know, so
1 second. Somebody put in and said it would not be witness tampering working with an informant. The problem, grown man talks too much. But Pernell, my question is, if he got the information in an illegal way, because you heard Angelo speak about how that he was able to get information because the program that the guy was using, supposedly, I'm just throwing something out there, y'all, just supposedly. Supposedly he got those, like the information on Robert's iCloud. Remember, because he kept talking about iCloud. You remember how he kept saying stuff was on the iCloud? Suppose he hacked into Robert's iCloud and got information from the iCloud and say,
but what information though? What information?
all the information, the text messages, the all that stuff that supposedly what he claimed that was in. He had information of those type of things.
Right.
Because remember, in Florida, remember when Robert first had that charge in Florida and they had gotten the stuff and they didn't get it with the courts. When
they got him on an illegal search and seizure, and that's why they dropped his case. Yep.
Yes. Now, if you got this man who hacked, I'm just giving an example here, hacked into Robert's phone without getting approval from the courts. Remember, you have to get approval from the courts. If they got that information from that, the case is jacked up.
Well, but not only that though, Sylvia. I personally think it's okay. I think as far as that goes, regarding text messages and whatnot, I could text you right now. I could go off on you, cuss you out, say this, say that. That's not proving nothing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, because remember, there's supposed to been pictures and stuff, because that is part of the discovery.
Right, but still, even that is hard to prove.
Hold on. Steve requested the discovery back in January 2020, right? He didn't get the discovery stuff until this year in March. Do you remember when they did the hearing?
Right.
They finally got some of the discovery. It took them over a whole year to be able to get discovery.
And
so
then just some.
And
then just some, not all.
Right.
I can't hear you.
They got some of it. They didn't get all of it.
They didn't get all of it. Exactly. So that means there was the production of those discovery were never fulfilled. There's a problem.
Right, yeah, no, you're right. And not only that though, my thing is like, how have you gone all this time with not all of the discovery? And now they claim that they have it or whatever, but still at the end of the day, it's like, it should not take all this time to convict someone. You know, if you have clear-cut evidence, it's like if I go murder someone on camera right now, I'm gonna be convicted within a matter of a year at least.
Yeah, 7 months.
But remember, don't you think there was a reason why Judge Donnelly made the comment in regarding to that law?
Which was
because you can't be wasting.
Remember, she made a comment basically on the that Brady law adjustment thing, where I got to read it to you guys, where she's basically saying if the prosecutor has information and they have not provided to the defendant of things that could either be for or against
90 days.
The defendant, if they don't provide it within a certain time, that the case could be totally thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
Or the prosecutor could get some sort of disciplinary action or whatever. But there is something that's going to happen. And if they have not provided it, because they were supposed to have it by I think the 5th of March, wasn't it? That was the date that were given, right? As I can remember.
I think so. I'm
doing my memory here. But if they have not provided, that means when they start throwing those motions, and that should be one of the motions that should be put in to get this case thrown out of stuff they have not received yet.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. But I think that's something more so that his attorneys got to focus on, as far as like getting charges dropped. And that's why I was always concerned regarding with, not that they're bad attorneys. I was just questioning because at the end of the day, R. Kelly's a smart dude. he knows what he's doing, and he's not some shy, timid dude. Like, he'll speak his mind how he feels, right? If he didn't like these attorneys or didn't felt some type of way, he would have fired them, right? So my thing is, they're still got to do their job. But my question though is, I find it weird that none of these charges have been dropped. Most times in a case, you try to fight down the small charges, get them completely dismissed, and drop these, and none of those have been dropped.
But see, now is the opportunity for them to start bringing it in, because remember, the judge gave them in July that they start throwing things in there that they would want dropped, putting motions in. So this is where the rubber meet the road right now. This is when you're going to see some real stuff happening in the case. Before it was just like, let's lay and wait until we get everything. Once we get everything, and then we could just start throwing the motions in there.
I mean, and we can't, we can't be mad at the attorneys because they couldn't get R. Kelly out of jail. They didn't want him out of jail. You could have told them anything, and they was gonna keep that man in jail. So it's not Stephen Greenberg's fault that that man is in jail. He's in jail because they want him there.
Yeah.
Come on now. If you can let Derek Chauvin out before his trial, and he clearly killed somebody. It's got to be because you want to be, because ain't nobody in this case dead except for Aaliyah, and he didn't kill her.
Welcome, NBS. Welcome. We have a new brother. He said, "Hello, brothers."
Yo, what's going on, man?
What's up, bro?
And like I said, I listen to Black CEO, and I understand exactly what he's saying. Because when you're a man, and you just say you see. And it's females are about the same token, but when you a man and you see this and you realize as a man that something like this could be right around the corner for you, it could be right around the corner. I mean, you could be at work just being nice and saying hello to somebody, and the next thing you know, you make them feel uncomfortable, and you gotta explain yourself as to I speak to everybody or whatever the case may be. It's a lot of people who go through those things. And to say that you can be believed, the whole moniker is believe all women. That we can't. I know so many lying women.
They lie worse than men. Shit.
We tell the most. Women can tell the biggest lies. Lies 18 years.
And women are good at it, bro.
I mean, and it's no, I ain't talking about all women, but women know women just like dudes know dudes. We know there's some trash women out there, just like it's some trash men out there. We just got through talking about some trash. So we have to get that. Yeah. I mean, we just, it's like we have to get past what is being said and get down to, just pay attention, because I was like, people don't even understand that it was something back in the 90s called, a horny teenager. For real. I mean, horny teenagers. They actually used to say it out loud. But now
Derek, I do agree as far as that goes. Like, I was born in the 90s, early 90s, but just as far as growing up and listening to people in their 40s and even late 30s and 50s and stuff, how it was in the 90s, it was more normal and okay for a grown man to be, I'm not talking about 14, 13, I'm saying for like a 17-year-old dated a 21-year-old. Or and drug dealers and hustlers and stuff like that, and it wasn't looked at like, oh my God, like you're a pedophile or whatever. Or, excuse me, I don't want to say.
I don't like that word. Told you keep that word from this channel.
I'm sorry, I forgot. You don't want to the P word and say you're a creep and all this, that, and the third, but it wasn't frowned upon like that. Now if you 60 dating a 14-year-old, that's some weird stuff. You see what I'm saying? But 17 dating a 20-year-old, 21, like, it wasn't really looked at as a bad thing. Would I do that? I wouldn't, but it wasn't looked at that. And then, as the 2000s got on, whatever, that was when it was like, oh my God, like, no. You know, like that's weird, and you're a creep, and whatever. So the times have changed, and you know, people are always gonna just ride the wave. Whatever's hot at the time, that's what they're gonna go with. You know, and so that's just what I see as far as that, you know, that goes.
Right. It's basically judging the 90s on 2020 standards.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't do that, man. It don't even work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work, because if that's the case, you got to haul NWA in. They got to go. You know, you got to haul a lot of people in for some of the stuff they put on wax. You know, NWA, you know, they, oh my God, you know, Ice Cube, man. You know,
Man,
I mean,
it's so many people that have, and by no means am I ever condoning, you know, underage with a grown person ever, not never, right? But it has happened with so many. If and again, I don't think R. Kelly has done that, but what I will say is, if you're gonna accuse R. Kelly of that, y'all should be accusing a lot more other celebrities. Period. You know, because we've seen it. We've seen it. We've seen
check this out.
Okay, read the message right there. Purnell said he was locked up for 18 months over a lie that was told on him. This stuff can happen.
I believe it.
I believe you, Purnell.
Unbelievable, Purnell. That's
I'm sorry, man.
And then you know what they do after you serve that 18 months? They say, "Oh, we're so sorry. What we're gonna do is, to compensate with you, we're gonna just expunge your credit. I mean, not your credit. Excuse me. We're gonna expunge your record, so it's not gonna be on your record." But you like, I just missed 18 months of my life.
But it's gonna be on your mind.
It's gonna be on your mind, right? You had to wake up every day being told what to do, wearing a jumpsuit, just the trauma of going through that, being in jail. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's, you can't get time like that back.
Not imagine, it's also, he might have lost his job. He might have lost
everything.
Right. He must have lost a lot of things.
And a lot of times too, Sylvia, what they'll do is jobs and stuff, even if you were wrongfully convicted and you show proof of all that, when you go apply for a job, they're going to say, well, you know what? You were accused of it, so we don't even want no parts of you.
Yeah.
Even if you were just accused of it, you know, and that's why a lot of people right now aren't even rocking with R. Kelly, the public, because he's just accused of it, not convicted. And so they're like, oh, I'm going to jump on the train. I'm not rocking with him. I'm not playing his music. He's a piece of crap. He's a creep, this, that, and the third. But the man ain't been convicted. So it's a real slippery slope, and I'm not feeling that. Right.
You know, and it's crazy because, you know, people's main go-to when they have nothing else, a leg to stand on, is always, well, you know, he married Aaliyah, right? And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, usually with weddings, there are pictures, you know, there's a first dance, you know, all these different things that are documented. I've seen none of this. The only thing
even if you go to Justice of the Peace, they take pictures.
Right. So I've seen none of this. So you mean to tell me that you can throw a marriage license in Vibe magazine, because that's where it went, to Vibe magazine, I remember it, and you mean to tell me I'm supposed to believe that a black and white photo stat, it could be whatever, when in that era you could easily change a grade on a report card? Stop.
And Demetrius already let us know he said he rode down there with him. I mean, and that's against the law, bro. Look, you know what I'm saying? He said Rob was behind him or something like that. Rob was not behind your car following you, bro. He was not. I mean, come on, the biggest star like in the world, man. And me, I look at it like that's something that, I mean, I'm gonna just say I think that was Barry Hankinson and his idea. He clearly said he knew, you know, you going in, you know, somebody to pay some money, whatever. He could have went in there for, I feel like, just my opinion, he went in there for all that mess. Well, our name was behind. It's just, when he talk about that part, it just don't sound right. So he need to turn his ball,
bro.
He's the one, and he also said, literally, he said, okay, so he stopped working with R. Kelly in, I want to say 94 or 95, one of the 2 years. Shortly after that, right? For one, he left with his card, with R. Kelly's credit card. For two, shortly after that, he found Tiffany Hawkins, the other 2 girls, brought them to Susan Logan's to say, you know, he said, I have an attorney. Do you want to get paid? She'll make you a millionaire, right? Because of dealing with R. Kelly. So, or allegedly, whatever, lying on this man, right? So, he admitted to this, Demetrius. So he brought them to Susan Logan's, got them to get paid out, right? And he said out of his own mouth, when someone asked him, they said, did you get anything out of this? Did you get paid? He said, everybody got paid from it except me. Do you really think I'm going to believe that, sir? You really think I'm going to believe that you, the main person who even orchestrated this, didn't get paid, but everybody else did?
Right.
You's a damn lie. You was getting paid from whoever out of the 250 or whatever, whoever was doing it, I can't say, but all of the people was involved. Barry, Susan Logan's, Daryl McDavid, because Daryl McDavid was the one who was saying, you know what, let's just pay her without R. Kelly knowing to save his career so he can continue doing his career. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what ultimately happened in my eyes.
That's a fact.
Because
it makes sense.
And this is what people don't understand too, y'all. I'm gonna be real quick. I calculated the man's catalog, his earnings from when he first got in the game in '92 all the way up until now. Did taxes. I deducted the taxes, manager fees, attorney fees, houses, cars, taking care of your friends, family, everything. His net worth today should be $343 million. Okay, three after taxes and everything. After you've already paid all of that, that's what your net worth should be. Is 343 million, right? So my thing is this. I forgot what I was gonna say. God damn it!
Oh Lord!
I had a good point too. Dang, I had a good point.
God got a senior.
Well, what are you saying about the 300 million? How you
had
calculated?
A good point. Damn.
No, you were saying how you calculated his money. What were you saying? It was like 300 billion. And
okay. I got you. I'm on.
Thank you, Theo.
I got my
brain be going so fast. So that's what his net worth should be, right? After doing all that, that's what he should be worth. So that means a net worth is after you deduct your debt, everything, you sell everything, all that. That's what would be if you were to cash out all of your liquid assets, all that. If you were to just cash out, that's what you would be worth, right? In cash, right? So my thing is this: what people are failing to realize, they're like, well, he didn't manage his money right. When you got that type of money, when you're even a millionaire, maybe not a millionaire, but in the hundreds of millions, right? You pay someone to manage your money. You pay business companies, business partners to manage your money. You pay accountants to manage your money and control your money. And then, when you go to shows, you get the cash money. If you're getting someone like R. Kelly, if you're getting $150 a show, $150,000 a show, right? That to him is probably that's cool. You going on tour with 50 shows a year, right? You getting 150,000, 50 shows, whatever that is. I'm just throwing out a ballpark. Let's say that's 10 million, right? Then taxes, all that, whatever. That's a good amount. And then you got to think he was endorsed. You got royalties. You got your masters. You got appearances, public speaking, all that type of stuff. All that adds up. And he can't do that. When you're that busy and you got all this stuff going, people fail to realize they think he's the one that can just call like, hey, I got this, I got that. No, he has to make music. He has to travel. He has to go to sleep, eat, poop, see his family, go do shows, do radio appearances. He has to do so much. It's impossible for one person to do that. That's why you pay certain people, tour managers, business partners, accountants. You pay all these people in play. So he was never in control of his money. You see what I'm saying? And maybe he was wrong as far as not watching over it like he should have. But when you've been with someone for 30 years who went to school for this, to be a CPA, he didn't just get boo-boo the fool from down the street and was like, look, I'm gonna manage your money. You understand what I'm saying? Daryl McDavid went to law school and all that, or accountant school, whatever. He went to school. He's legit as far as paperwork wise. You see what I'm saying? So he took advantage of R. Kelly's disability. Meaning
Yes,
R. Kelly's
sir.
disability was he didn't know how to read and write, and he's not like R. Kelly isn't he's a very smart dude, very street smart, but book smart, not so much. And that's not shade to him. But that's because he's illiterate. Like, and he's been very vocal about that. And we all know that. And maybe he should have, like, that's why what irritates me with all these women that he's always dated and the wife and all that, never got this man to learn to read and write. That pisses me off. You see what I'm saying? Because you had the resources. Why weren't you getting this man to be able to read and write and read and write his contracts and stuff like that? So that's ultimately what happened. And people always say that he mismanaged his money and whatever, but at the end of the day, he paid people to manage his money, and they took advantage of his disability. Period.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to also think about this, Dom. At the time that R. Kelly started his career, that was around the time where they started music went digital,
Right.
and basically, with CDs and things like that, that's still a digital format, and they was rapping a lot of people in these 360 deals, to where anything that you do, even outside of you singing for the record label, they actually get paid off of that. Public appearances, all these different things, they get a cut of that. And 9 times out of 10, the cut is more than, what you would get, because, they figure that they're promoting you in some type of way. So you got to think about it. You got an illiterate man, so to speak, that's in their 20s, that's been homeless. He ain't never, he trying to make it, and somebody come and drop 100 racks in your lap.
Right.
You gonna go, hey, what you need me to do?
Yep.
Not knowing. I think that one of his biggest downfalls was not really knowing his work for real.
Yep. Yep. That's why I agree too. Because you got to think, bro, when you grow up in the hood, right? You grow up in the hood and you came from nothing. Like his mom was struggling to buy a coffee from McDonald's, and when you put and on top of that, you don't know how to read and write. And like you said, he knew his worth as far as, like, if he shows up to a radio station, or not radio, but like a appearance, or he's always like, you gotta cut me my check. Like, he knows that he has to get paid. But I see what you're saying. He doesn't know, like, okay, when I get this 150, right? I gotta put some of that away for taxes. Just because this cash don't mean that this is all me. You understand what I'm saying? He don't know. He doesn't know. And that's why I fault the people around him, as far as accountants and businessmen, because they're the ones that say, look, out of this 150, you only got 110, right? The 40,000, that's for your taxes, because at the end of the year, this is your income, and you got to pay taxes. You see, so you're not put in a predicament like now where they're saying he owes 20 million or whatever they're saying, right? So that's where I think he lacked of, where he didn't really know. Like you said, he didn't know. Like, if you can, like I said, you come from dirt poor, and then you getting 100,000 a show, but you don't know what's on the back end. You don't know that you got really, you got 20 million stocked up in your stocks, all that. You're just happy because you're getting 150,000 cash every show,
and ain't nobody telling you. Hey, Dom, and ain't nobody telling you, because they just there for the turn up.
Right, exactly. You see, they're cool there. They just want to spend that. They see 150. If you grew up in the hood and whatever, and your best man or your homie is getting one of the biggest artists of all time, okay, and he's getting 150 a show, and he's cool. Like, R. Kelly seems like he's very down to earth, cool people. He's like, I'll pay for it all. Like, of course you're gonna sit there. Not of course, but I wouldn't do that, But this is the type of people that he has. When I remember, I will never forget, in the beginning of this whole R. Kelly thing, right? I had watched the African John dude, right? Who like met R. Kelly at the club, just random, and he was just hit it off with him. Cool people, right? And he said that R. Kelly paid for his school, right? So people have fabricated, trying to take his story and this, that, and the third, whatever. We know about these people. But my point is that he said the second time I think the second or third time he went to hang out with R. Kelly, it was for R. Kelly's birthday, right? He went over to R. Kelly's house for the party, whatever. He brought R. Kelly, I think it was a couple bottles of Ace of Spades or champagne, right? He goes in there, and R. Kelly's friends, multiple friends around him, said, why are you getting R. Kelly that? And he was like, because that's my friend. He said he doesn't need that. He has everything already. And that's my point. This is the type of people that he has around him. They don't care. They see that he's rich. So I don't have to be a real friend to you. I don't have to be, and it's something simple as far as buying a gift. But did you see what I'm trying to say? Like, just because he's rich and wealthy doesn't mean that you shouldn't treat him like a normal person. As far as being a real friend, like, oh, it's your birthday, I'm gonna grab you a gift. It doesn't matter if he's rich or not. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the type of people that he had around him, which is really sad.
People looking for a handout.
Exactly.
Just looking for a handout and a glad hand and yes man. And it's so sad because when it don't go your way and then you yes man and then you stealing on top of all that and you get caught, the first thing you're gonna do is run and talk about what you think this man did sexually to somebody. That's the first thing that you do. Because that's the main thing that can hurt him. And like I said, people don't understand that attack. It's a simple application, and people don't even understand the attack. I mean, come on now. Why would an R. Kelly be chasing down women? This makes
no need to.
Right.
There's no need to.
Look, if I ain't got to chase no woman,
that's what I'm saying.
I know good and well. I ain't got to chase no woman.
Man, I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy. Like you said with I can't remember who said, but they said if the industry knows you love coke, they're gonna put it in front of you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If they know you like women, they're gonna put women in front of you. Period. Yeah. So, and that's my thing. Like, and that's why I have an issue with the people around him, because it's like, if you know this man is I love all women. You understand what I'm saying? I love all women. God damn it. But he's funny. When he did that, I was weak. But my point is that, like, if you know this man, like people have said, like he has, his brother said he has sexual addiction. I can't confirm or deny that. I don't know. I don't know him. I'm not around him. I'm not in his bedroom. I don't know. Right. But if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, he does have a sexual addiction, why are you trying to bring women around this man? If you know y'all got to travel to Minnesota by the morning, and the next, like, you see what I'm saying? Like it makes no sense.
Let's be real, man. Everybody on this panel at some point in their life had a sexual addiction.
Facts. At least if it's not with multiple, it's with one person. You like shit.
Yeah, addiction.
You know what I mean? Like, we human. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't want to put nobody in jail though, man. But yeah,
right. Well, yeah.
I done been
back in the day.
I done been caught.
Hey, I'm telling you, but still though, it's like, man, bottom line is like, if y'all know this man is struggling with that, why are you trying to, trying to have him go to the turn up? Why are you trying to have him have women around him? And it's only so much you can do as far as but if it's 10 of your homies telling you like, nah, this not gonna fly, he's gonna listen. Like, it's just bottom line. He had all them damn yes men around him, period.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing, real quick, like, say, for instance, when I used to be on the road, here's the weird, the beautiful thing, the good thing with Kales. Kales is singing about bumping and grinding, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? And we special people. And so, you know what I'm saying? It's like, say, for instance, if you, Kales, you blow up, when I look up and see all these skirts, you know what I'm saying? Coming in there from that style of music, because we can get all types of music. You have some, when Rob comes, we special people, we cool, you know what I'm saying? Some people, bro, it would be on. So your team has to be right around you, especially when it comes to R. Kelly. Seems like you're ready, like Panish. This dude is getting to the point. So you're gonna have these beautiful older women, say for instance, young women around. And like you're saying, you gotta have your team right. I mean, I can put my team together and went out of town, and my damn homeboy got a baby by my cousin, and we was young. I didn't understand that. Next thing I'm looking like, you know, in the band, and next thing no dude, like, man, I'm ready to have a family, you know. And so I understand the dynamics of that. We on the road, 12 city tour, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
okay, well, look, we're going to VA this weekend. I'm taking you with. I ain't even understand the politics of that. Taking my folk around my family like that, you know what I'm saying? And before I know it, you know, we in a club, and I'm looking over saying my drum machine player, you know, he might come through. Next thing you know, him and my cousin booed up. The next thing you know, 2 years later, my brother like, yo, I'm trying to have a family, you know. And so you got to have the team right, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because I can see a young lady right here that's looking at me like, yo, Jay, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And I already people game me and my man's right here. But when my peoples over here come, like I tell them, I don't want to see her back in North Carolina, bro. Talking about all that, bro, you have to stay focused. And with me, I tell the brothers, no, real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I have to do my stuff, because we deal with the little R&B or whatever. And, you know, hell, we're not ugly people. But that team, like you say, that team has to be right. And the weird and unique thing with Kels, what we talking about, Kels, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, I love it, but the team has to be right. You know, he got a probably better chance to how Spanish people, not knocking black people, somebody that's going to stay focused, because you got to stay focused. And, you know, I'm going to tell a story. I don't like to talk about this, you know, but it was like a group of 10 of us went to Kale's, what was that, the Double Up tour. I remember, I think Double Up, because he had a boxing ring at the stage. And went over there. I'm sorry?
No, I was telling Dom, hold on, we're trying to hear the story.
Okay, yeah, and so, you know what I'm saying? We in the Coliseum. It's like 5 of them across from us. I'm over here, 2 guys, and like the rest girls. You know what I'm saying? We calling, we texting and stuff. Well, actually, they text me and my man, and we up here double up. You know, get down. He's singing about the zoo, and so at the end of the night, you know, when Kels do that last song, like Step in the Name of Love, one of those, the Happy People, he cut the house lights on like he was doing and telling the people, come up on stage. Like, yeah, come on up. You know, people going up. So our group over there, we didn't know they was going up, right? You know, we sitting there and after a while, we seen a couple of them on the stage and we laughing and stuff, you know? So when we got home, maybe 2 days later, one of the young ladies that's not a freak, that's not out there, whatever, you know, Word was saying, she was like, yeah, we went to the stage. She was like, but it was weird. And the young lady that I was with was like, guess what one of the guys said to her when she went up on the stage? Okay, you know what I'm saying? And it was weird because I'm looking at this young lady that's trail, say one of the dudes was like, yo, you'll give me some, you know, man. And she said the thing is, because back then Kels wasn't going through this stuff right here. She said it wasn't Rob. She said Rob was way on stage with the little fedora getting it over there. She said it was like one of his homies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't know. We ain't gonna say homie. Maybe it was an entourage or something. You know what I'm saying? And when the ladies come or whatever, but that was weird for years until now, hearing and we seeing where it's like, I mean, okay, even if you got I'm just saying, this is what a young lady that was with me went through. And this young lady is sweet, trill or whatever. And that was years ago with the Double Up. But it was weird to us because we was like, he said, what? And she was like, yeah. And we was like, R. Kelly. She was, no, where's the R. Kelly? She was like, I think it was someone with him. She said, we was at the stage. And so that right there, I can heard a couple of people say, you know, no, it might be his. And I kind of shake my head and drop it, y'all, because it's like, damn. And this young lady is credible. And at that time, you know what I'm saying? We wiped it off or whatever, but we was trying to figure out, was it Kels? She was no, because he was still dancing. He was like, she was trying to describe the dude. I wouldn't know who the hell they's talking about to this day or whatever, but that let me know that the team has to be straight because that can fall on Rob. On Rob, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know who the hell it was or whatever, man, but that was a story that came my way. And then, you know, you would hear when it come out, he slipped the note. How's he slipping all these damn notes, man? Personally to these, you know what I'm saying? Something ain't right, you know? So I get what you're saying on that, Dunn. It has to be together, man. So, you know, I don't really like to talk on that little situation, but our biggest thing was, it was like, no, it wasn't Kels. They was like, he was damn near on the other side with the Happy People. You know, they was letting people up. But she said, yeah, the dude was like, yeah, I don't want to say it though. Like, you give me, it was looking like, what the hell? So he was like, nah, come on up. And she said they made sure they left the other side of the stage, you know.
So
But
he was saying some indecent proposal to her.
yeah,
Then.
doing some type of, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, back then, I didn't, you know, we didn't hear none of this. It was the Double Up tour. And so he wasn't even going to court for nothing like that. That wasn't even on our mind. But when she said it, we were trying to, what, R. Kelly, what? She was like, no, it was like some people, some guys like at the step where they came up and said she was coming up. So he leaned down, was like, yeah, y'all, this and that. So he was straight bold. Who is this? He was straight uncut with it, man.
That's so sad. You know.
Yeah, so he was uncut with it, man. And it was like 2 days after the concert, you hear about it. It's like, huh? You know, trying to catch up with it. And so once I came in here, it's starting to say some of the friends. Right then I'm saying to myself, like, well, you gotta have your team right, because you're gonna have some beautiful ladies out there. You have a lady up beside the stage that really just want to come by the stage. I've seen it. You know, don't want nothing more. Hey, Rob, and go on. And we tell him knowing he cool with it, you know. But if you got a butthole, or you got a, you know what I'm saying, somebody they can, like my man said, a horny brother acting like a horny teenager, you know, it's gonna make Rob look bad. And do I think some of that will happen to him? Yes, I do. You know, I don't speak on it like that, but hey, some people may know some experiences more than like with me, but that's one experience where I can say the young lady was cool, she was trill. And I thought that was weird as hell, man, you know, when she said that, you know, because we there for kills, but it's like, yeah, dude, lay down, yeah, you go. So he was like, come on, you know, like, just come on, sorry. Because there was so many of the people coming up there say, but dude, straight up ask, you know, say they was, wait, you'll give us, like, what the hell?
Wow.
Like, yeah, so I can almost, you know, so I hate to say I can believe it, but it's so much because Rob can't do all of that damn stuff. Ain't no way to hell.
And then they know them cats ain't got no money, so who you gonna sue?
Yeah,
exactly.
And it's sad.
You gotta go for the big fish,
and that's sad. And you know, I mean, dude up here throwing down at the concert. I mean, Rob putting a hell of. I mean, how can this guy put all this time in? After, say, for instance, when you look at his shows before his budgets went down, you can see his idol, Michael Jackson. Look at the theater. I mean, how the hell are you going to have all this time to be able to put together all of this crazy ass stuff, man? He don't have the time. This dude, I mean, you can't. I'm sorry. I mean, my thing is, I deal with music. I be around productions. Ain't no way in the hell this guy would have all of that time to do that stuff. It's just, now when you're younger, you might have, but no, that they saying hell no, it's just, it ain't no way. And that's why I came in analyzing it from what I seen, you know, being backstage with seeing Tupac back in the day, Onyx, all types of people and stuff. I mean, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the dudes going up hollering at all of that. And so when I put it with Rob, it's like, no, man, no deal. I get it. No, it's no deal. They took that image, Angelo and everybody, Lifetime and all that, and turned that around. Yeah. And you got all these little people coming forth, putting a little, he did this, he did that. You know, that was his damn homeboy with him. You know, they wanted to stay.
Hey, JB, one person that always bothered me, you know, in the whole scenario was Latrice Scaff.
That Baltimore girl.
Yes.
That's Baltimore.
Number one.
Baltimore girl.
You know, I felt like that I know she's a straight up liar, but why? You know, I think that a lot of people sit up here and told lies trying to be noble.
Have you seen what me and Randa have been doing regarding her?
No. You know, she's been a problem for me because,
bro, it's crazy.
You tell the world that you bought. Well, no, you read to the world because you didn't tell nobody nothing. You was reading off a piece of paper. That's a problem for me, all in and of itself. But you tell the world that you got tickets to a show and after party. You say that you rode to the after party and somebody else offered you weed and cocaine.
Wow.
You never tried cocaine before. However, you tried weed. It was your first time. So that was contradictory. Because if you say you didn't try cocaine, that makes me feel like you've tried weed. So then then the statement gets fixed later on. But like I said, it was written. You know, it was one of them Gloria Allred specials.
And you know what what I find, okay, so what me and Randa have been doing, right, on this one, I'm just talking about on this particular situation, right? So there's a blogger out here who's cool with another blogger, the dude who lies a lot, right? And she claims to allegedly, she's good friends with her, right? Very good friends with her. And it's a lie as far as she said that she knew her. She told her back then, she said she's only known her for 10 years, but last year when she spoke to Sylvia and Randa on Sylvia's live, she said that she tried to stop this Latrice lady from even going to the concert when she was allegedly 16, right? So we caught her in that lie, right? But that's neither here nor there. The issue that I have is that because Sylvia and Randa were asking the blogger lady, like back then, they was like, so why now? Like what brought her to come out now? And so you said this happened in 96, right?
95.
So 95 was Aaliyah. Or 95, right? 95 was the whole Aaliyah thing. And then
No,
not only that, right?
94 is
excuse me. Okay, but my point is he was accused of these things around that time frame, right? So if this happened to you, okay, you were silent, right? Then fast forward to 2002, child porn came, and then the trial was in 2008. So it was from at least from 94 all the way to 2008 where it was all of these rumors, right? Why did you wait from 96 or 95, whatever, all the way until 2020 or 2019, when a documentary came out to lie and say this man did this to me, this man did that to me, and then not even have a picture with him? But then not only that, you had a picture with Biggie.
LL Cool J, man.
She said, right, but look, bro, she said that she had a sexual encounter with Notorious B.I.G. Biggie, right? But she actually has a picture with him. So you mean to tell me you're one of the biggest artists of all time, and at that point in time he was a megastar, right? He still is, but at that point in time, that was, he was at the peak or close to the peak. You mean to tell me you didn't take not one picture with him, not even backstage, nothing? You don't have a picture of being in his house? I mean, come on, like it makes no logical sense to me. Sounds like to me you tried to hop on the gravy train and wanted some I'm gonna try not to cuss, some money. So it's not adding up, bro. It's not adding up. With
People was coming out the woodworks and the media was soaking up this foolishness, bro. You bring this dude on the television with no teeth in his mouth, talking about, I was cleaning out my garage.
She
and
knows
I saw
that,
some tape. So I believe, but trust. I ain't crazy. I'm like, and so you know this man. When she knows, but she like, and I just happened to pop this tape in that said, football and R. Kelly.
And R. Kelly.
They don't even go together. They don't, why?
R. Kelly.
And then to his surprise, it was him molesting underage girls. How do you know they underage?
Right.
What are you talking about?
And honestly, bro, too, when they talk about like what we've spoke about is how he takes advantage of them and this and the third. When Asriel, or excuse me, I'm sorry. When one of the Jane Does or whatever, when she decided to flip against this man and decided to show actual text messages. She's shown actual text messages from her and R. Kelly's iPhone thread, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the messages and I'm like, I used to say the same stuff to my ex. Like, that is not abuse. Saying like some of the stuff, bro, I'm like, come on, man, like that, like y'all reaching. That is not abuse.
Like, hey, put on that outfit I like. Like, put on that outfit I like.
Put on an outfit. Come down come downstairs in the black robe. Like, this is what R. Kelly was saying in the text. He was saying, come downstairs in the black robe. Like, I'm like, he's like, bring the Jeep, or the other car, park the Jeep over here. I'm like, come upstairs and freshen up. I want to see you the black robe. Like that is not abuse, bro. Like that's what normal people do in a damn relationship. Come on now, y'all reaching.
Man. Yeah, anything he do, it's crazy to me. It's like they have sexualized everything, man.
Everything.
They sexualize McDonald's, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what's sad too, y'all, is that let's say they want to switch him. They want him to start doing "Happy People," "Step in the Name of Love," the R album with "You Save Me" and all that. When they do that, the record labels in the industry and all that, they're gonna say, nah, we need that 12 play, we need that bump and grind. This ain't it. You know what I mean? So that's what they're pushing him to do as far as being sexual and that. But then when he does it, it's like they want to condemn the man.
They ready to pick him up.
So it makes no sense, man. It's sad, man. What they doing to this man.
Because truth be told, I loved Black Panties, but it seemed very aggressive and extremely forced.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It seemed extremely forced. I was like, man, wait a minute. I'm like, it's a little bit too much, but I know that wasn't on him.
Right. I think that was my least favorite album of all of his albums. I'm gonna just be honest with you. And it still was good. Like I think it was my least favorite out of all of the 100 that he has, right? But like I'm like, how would they allow that to come out? Well, it's a great album. It's a good album. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's trash. It's still good. But I'm saying comparing it to the other albums, I think the others are better, right? But they allow that to come out, but not Loveland. That Loveland album is the second hardest album.
That was his best work. That was his best work,
right?
And that got stolen from him. I asked that question, like, why ain't they talking about that album that got stolen from him at least? Why ain't we talking about the fact that this dude that was on the song with you stole a bunch of tapes from him. And then they trying to make it seem like it's sex tapes, but everybody knows if you watched any R. Kelly documentary that he takes those little tapes and he has recordings of his thoughts and songs. So that's what that is. It wasn't no, but people don't know
because he doesn't write. He does not write.
Right. He was recording on the little documentary, Born into the Night.
Yep.
He's like, I keep this with me just in case I have a thought of anything. So I already knew that was pretty much his masters.
And you know how I know that that's true? Because I remember watching Fat Joe, right? Fat Joe did an interview. This was I want to say back in it was within the last 10 years, right? And he was saying how they were asking him, they said, who were you in awe of when you met, like you couldn't believe it? And he said, R. Kelly. He said, I remember meeting R. Kelly and he wanted to do a record with me. I couldn't believe it because he's just mega star at the time. I was new. And one day we was chilling at my house or studio, whatever, or I think it was his house. Yeah, it was his house because it wouldn't have been the studio. Otherwise he wouldn't have done what I'm about to say. So it was the house. And he said, when he played that record, it said, he said, what is that song?
We Thuggin', I believe.
It's that damn, We Thuggin'. Do 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 do. That shit. That's up. So when he heard that, he said he jumped over the R. Kelly jumped over the sofa and had that little tape player thing and started doing that, singing a little do do part. And so like you said, like that, he right. That song goes hard, but he my point is that he always will keep that stuff around him so he could just sings off the top of it. That's how Lil Wayne is. Lil Wayne is the same way. He's my favorite rapper of all time. He's the same way. He doesn't rap. He just goes in the booth and just raps whatever off the top of his head.
Just ask a question, y'all. She asked, was R. Kelly music ever age restricted? Meaning, did it ever have to show ID to purchase it?
No,
it had a parental sticker, but I can remember being a teenager and going right in the FYE and picking that right up with no problem. All I needed was $20.
Yeah, that's all you need.
But it did have it had a parental guidance thing.
Yeah.
On it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna be 10. You're not gonna be 10 years old talking about some sex me. You're not gonna be, you know what I mean? Like at 10 years old, you're not doing that. So
Well, I've
I
seen some kids
mean,
doing it now. I've seen some kids singing those
yeah,
type of songs.
but Sylvia, the difference is if like one time I saw someone, little white kids, I was walking in the store and they was playing Kevin Gates. I said, "What the?" I looked
Yeah.
and I went behind them, and you know how they was playing it? They was on TikTok, looking at a video, and that was playing in the background. So my point is like now it's easily accessible, and kids, it's not like they know like, oh, I'm about to go play R. Kelly. Like it's not like that. It could be on social media, doing a viral video to it, stepping in the name of love, and people doing it. A lot of people been doing the real talk skits and trapped in the closet, and not necessarily that these little kids know that okay, that's R. Kelly, but they're just doing the skit and they know it's him. Back versus back then, you know, you had to physically go buy a CD.
So
You understand what I'm saying? So that's much
right.
different. So
And you know what's funny though? When you read about R. Kelly and you do a wiki, something like that, you know, they say he's known for his what? Salacious lyrics or something of that nature. And it's so funny to me because when you look at his whole body of work and all his albums, and if you want to just say that you had albums that was purely sexual, it's only two. 12 Play, man, only two that have been just, you know, just purely
you crazy.
like
TP2 was
not really,
pretty but
not
in a
really,
nice way. It was more nice way. I feel you. It was more like
not
nice.
really a
I feel you.
woman's thread. I wish, you know,
R&B
Talking about some
thug.
Fiesta.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
Talking about
talking
some
about from front to back.
trench coat.
But I'm talking about from front to back
I
because
feel you. I feel you.
it was a gospel song on the end of TP2.com. So
Right.
you know,
I know what you're
I'm
saying.
talking about from front to back. We at you. You know, you ain't gonna be able to move because Black Panties and 12 Play were those two out. Everything
I
else
just
had a
want to
variety.
marry them. I just
Yeah.
want to marry.
Okay, yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. Okay, guys,
That's your favorite song right there.
Yeah.
I
guys,
like that.
we're about to
I
wrap
just-
it up. I need you
Okay.
guys to get your final word because you know I'm getting sleepy. I'm falling
She
asleep.
said, "Roll the credits."
All right.
Now I
Sylvia, you heard me. I blocked it out. I'm not gonna do. I know why. I'm not doing that. I ain't crazy. I ain't say one cuss word. I'm not saying nothing graphic.
I didn't
No,
say you
I ain't.
was. I'm proud of you. I am very proud of
And
everybody
I
on this
did pretty
platform.
good myself.
Yeah,
My
you
mouth
know,
was real hot.
I tried
I
to hold
gotta
my
be
tongue.
respectful. Yeah, I
Okay,
gotta be
guys.
respectful to the platform. You know.
Okay, out of everything that we have talked about this evening, I want you guys to individually sum up your own words, sum up everything and what you think about everything we talked about. CEO, go ahead on, you go take it.
First of all, I'm thankful to be on here, and I thank y'all for bringing me on here to be with some brothers and sisters that I never met before that accepted me. Hey, and it feels good to see brothers and sisters us on here. You know, not debating, but agreeing and disagreeing for one purpose, which is Rob S. Sylvester Kelly. You know what I'm saying? You know, we feeling that the brother has been, you know, unjustly mistreated, and I feel good that, you know, and just so thankful that I can come on here with you guys and we analyze it. And I just think it's still messy, and you know, I think, hey, we just keep doing what we're doing, and you keep doing what you're doing, Sylvia, Don K, and all of that, and I think we'll be good. But you know, by just keep talking it out and how we doing now. But and y'all keep teaching me, because at the end of the day, you guys is teaching me. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't be playing catch up. So, but I thank each and every one of you for accepting me and understanding my crazy ways over here when I be telling people to turn them in and stuff like that. So I thank you, though, man.
Okay, Mr. Jones, I'm going to leave Dom last because I know he's going to be long-winded. But Mr. Jones,
Well, what I just got from this that, you know, throughout all of this, God is going to show up.
Yeah.
You know, He's going to show up, and people ain't going to be able to hide anymore. It's been interesting to see If you look down the laundry list of people who done caught it, just done mess with R. Kelly, whether it be a Michael Avenatti, whether it be grown little boys, or whatever the case may be, whether Joe Buttons, all of these people that want to spit vitriol on the person's name. You got to be very, very careful when you're dealing with God's people. And that is that's the lesson that I've learned throughout this whole scenario. You got to be real careful when you're dealing with God's people, because it can come back and really bite you.
Mm-hmm. Respect.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Jones. And
Dom, speaking to me.
Dom?
Hey, Dom, did you fall asleep?
Hey, he muted himself. He muted himself.
You got to focus. He's driving there.
And he's talking. He muted himself, but he's talking.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I just went through an area. But yeah, man, my first time meeting CEO was good, bro. I appreciate you coming through, and I like your channel, bro. I be watching it, and we be in there, they need to turn in them balls, bro.
I appreciate it.
The truth and not the damn juice.
Not the damn juice. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, you do good work on your channel, bro, and it's always good to see someone that comes in and it's not, with the crazy messiness and just want to focus on the case and whatnot. So I appreciate that. And then Derek, you already know what's up, bro. Sylvia, thanks for having me. And yeah, just to wrap that up, I think, like you said, you guys pretty much said it, like, karma is real, and for for people to be out here and wishing people on people and R. Kelly, usually it'll come back to bite you in the butt, so I think we just got to stay focused, continue exposing the lies, as far as I'm concerned, with the people that are around him, the women who have accused him of these crimes, and essentially we got to just wait until trial. Like that's pretty much all we can do. Don't attack nobody in a circle. Don't attack attorneys. Don't question them, because at the end of the day, they know what discovery they got. They know what they got to do. They went to law school. Okay, they ain't just can't just meet them off the street to hire them as an attorney. Like they know what they're doing. That's their job. So I would say just, yeah, you can give your opinion about the things, but don't attack. It's one thing to attack versus giving your opinion, your take on something. So that's what I would say. Obviously, keep him in prayer, and just stay positive. Like think about the positive things about R. Kelly, and he's strong. He's been through a lot. I mean, as we all know his life story. So I think he'll come out of it and he will walk free one day. I don't know when, but he'll come out of this. So stay positive.
That's right.
Okay, thank you, Dom. I want to thank every single one of okay, hold on. Gucci's coming in to say his final word. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Gucci.
Hold on. Let me
Gucci.
my mouse died.
Your mouse died.
Yeah.
And first, I just want to make a quick apology. My son got pulled over because he was in a Challenger with his friend, and the police was questioning him, so he got kind of scared. So I was talking to him, and he asking me about why the police do this. So I apologize for me, running off.
No problem.
But I had to talk to him and stuff like that. All right.
Sound good.
Yeah.
Long as he all right, brother.
Yeah, he all right. You were just asking question. Why was they questioning him about the car? Like he stole the car and that was his car. He showed the man all the paperwork, and the man asked him, "But you're only 16. How you got a car in your name?" And he's like, "The car's in me and my daddy's name.
Don't matter how I got that car."
Exactly, and that's what I told him. Tomorrow I will make a report because I know the captain in the area that he was.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a report tomorrow.
And Gucci, you have to, because a lot of times these cops are starting to get bold, bro. These cops
yes, they are. Yes, they are.
A cop rolled up to me and said, "Roll down your window." I'm like, roll down my window for what?
Okay, guys, we're losing focus.
All right. So let Sylvia finish, and I enjoy. I had fun. And hey, we're gonna have a part 2 to this, man. We're gonna have a part 2.
Hey, y'all, we got to come back for this. Let's come back for police brutality, man.
Yes.
Done. All I can done. Wrap it up, man.
Let me finish saying my thing to my. You know, I have to speak to my chat now because you know, gotta give the
Go
chat.
ahead. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? I want to thank every single one of you guys. Thank you, Spitting Fire, for being in the panel. Thank you, One Pop Poos, for your questions. Thank you, every single body that's in the chat. You know, my love is always there for my peeps in the chat. My peeps. I love you guys, and I thank you guys for being here. And I love my Black CEO, man. I've been watching him so long, and he is the coolest dude ever. Thank you, Derek. Of course, my love goes out to you. My son,
And Derek, you can't go missing no more.
My partner, Gooch in the house. So, guys, I thank you guys.
Mr. Jones. Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, I just love it when the fellas are really ready to come in and just
Don K. Don K, thanks, man. You held it down. You held it down tonight.
And y'all, I'm proud of y'all. Y'all didn't cuss.
Man,
Oh, I tried.
that was tough, man.
I was like, I catch up on my channel tomorrow, so y'all meet me over there.
Yeah, I'll be over there watching tomorrow.
I think too, Sylvia, it's good that it's men speaking out for him too, because you know they're gonna say if it's just women, they're always like, well, they just want to have whatever with him. They just want him. And so I think it's good, when men speak out too. That way, it's a balance. And then even just like with him having a woman attorney, I think that's very important because it shows, it speaks to the man's character and that people believe in him.
And you guys, don't be surprised if I'm reaching out to you guys the next couple of days if she wants to speak with you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so I hope she got what she wanted, and you guys, I thank you so much for being here, for rocking out and doing the thing, because
thank you.
I'm proud of you.
All right.
And y'all gonna be famous soon. Let me stop.
Hey,
I don't want none of that.
I don't want to be famous. No.
I'm just joking. But one of the things that Gucci's been pushing was like, okay, we need some fellas to be part of this, not just the women. So you guys really, really made me proud, for real.
Yeah, we represented. Yeah,
y'all did.
Yeah.
You already know. You already know.
I really appreciate it.
Just hit me up.
I really appreciate it, everybody.
Well, guys, you guys have a good night, and God
good night,
bless
Derek.
you.
Don't be no stranger.
Hey, Gucci, you got my phone number, bro.
Hey, you don't answer, but I'm gonna blow you up.
Don't answer phone calls.
I'm gonna blow him up.
Oh man!
Sylvia, we're gonna blow him up, and everybody. So enjoy your night. I'm gonna go watch some basketball. Denver and Portland is at halftime. So
Laker Nation.
Nah,
baby.
they ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna get sweep.
No, they're not. Have a good night.
All right, have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Thanks. Free cows, of course. Bye, guys.